We're here. Let's see what they have. This is Charlie. He lives here at the store. Hi, Charlie. Celeste. It's so goofy. Look at him. It is 7 o'clock in the morning and we just got home. Look at how tiny this flipper is. There we go. The gang's all here. Everybody, it's Katie, the Celestial Homebody. This is actually Katie from about 3 weeks in the future of when this whole video was filmed, but welcome to a week in my life. I wanted to pop on here really quickly. I'm in the bathroom, so sorry if there's an echo, but I wanted to pop on here really quickly and let you guys know that this video, Paisley's coming in the bathroom. This video is going to start with us at the hospital in the ER for Celeste's injury. Now, if you are a regular viewer of the channel, then you might have already heard the story about how Celeste landed in the ER. But I just wanted to pop in and let you know that this footage that you're about to see is from that time in the emergency room. Celeste is fine. She has not been in the ER since, or to the doctor since, actually. This is not a second emergency room incident. This is all the footage that I filmed when we were there when she bunked her head. So anyways, please enjoy this very girthy vlog. Happy crocheting. Well, hi there. This is a great way to start this vlog. We are at Cincinnati Children's Hospital in the ER currently because baby girl fell, as toddlers do, and busted her head open. So we have been waiting here in the ER. Oh, there's Ryan behind me. Celeste is downstairs right now with my mom. We popped up here to the cafeteria to grab some coffee. We're going on hour 5 of waiting. And she's just got a little bandage over her eye right now, but it's currently 11 p.m. and we're exhausted, but fortunately I did have my whips bag in the car, so I'm starting the vlog here. Normally I wouldn't film at the hospital, but because I have my whips bag with me, I am working on Celeste's little strawberry sweater that we started in the last vlog. And at the point that you're seeing this, it's going to be a few weeks from current time for me, so you might have already seen the finished product, but I know you guys always ask me for a long vlog, so here you go. We're starting a long vlog right now. I'll take you with me to the cafeteria. The cafeteria here is actually pretty banger, not gonna lie. There's a little sandwich station over there and they've got pizzas. It's actually a pretty sad hospital to have to spend time in, unfortunately, because, you know, it's a hospital for sick kids. So we're very fortunate to only have the little superficial, you know, thing that we do and not something more serious. Looks like they've got Starbies here, but I like a little bit of coffee with my cream. Oh, they have specialty pumps. Ryan used to be a barista. Can you whip me up something fancy?
Sure.
With those pumps?
Probably.
You can doctor up the hospital coffee for me?
Yeah.
Look at this man holding my purse for me. A+ man right here.
Okay.
Quality Y chromosome. We both got a sandwich at the sandwich spot here. Well, technically I just got a chicken wrap. Ryan got a sandwich. Are we waiting for the doctor? Doctor. Good. So I'm working on this sweater. I only have 2 more rows to do until I finish the body of it. Look at how pretty this gradient looks. I love it so much. And then we got to do the sleeves. Now I don't know if I'm going to have enough of the white Caron yarn that I'm using to double strand this, if I'm gonna have enough of it to do the entire banding border. Oh, pause this thought. Just got a text that our room is finally ready. It is almost 12:30 at night. We've been here for way too long. Okay, so before we got cold back, I was showing you my progress on the sweater. So I have to finish this row and then I have one more, and I did try it on her and it is like the perfect fit. It actually wraps around her body right now as is, like perfectly, but it's going to be a little bit bigger with that band, which is good. But I was saying, I don't know what color I want to do the band because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of this yarn to do the band. And if not, then maybe we'll use this Fluffy Flex green. But we'll see how we're doing with leftover yarn once we get past the arms. But we're just about done with the body. We are still waiting, and I finished the whole body. Still have all of these ends to weave in, but I don't have my needle with me, so we'll have to do that later. I did pretty good about like keeping up with what I said I was going to do in the last video about weaving them as I went. So now I just have a couple. I just have 2 rows to do. And I do think all in all, the strawberry placement is good. There's only one little place on the back here. This one I put too close to that little cluster, but I'm contemplating adding a hood on it, in which case it would cover that anyways. So now let's move on to the sleeves, I guess. It's now almost 3 a.m. I did 2 rows on the sweater, but the doctor finally came in and checked with us, and we are going to need stitches. 5 little rainbow fish swimming in the water. 5 little rainbow fish swimming in the water. 5 little... It's now almost 4 a.m. We're watching Coco. Ryan is taking a nap. My mom's holding Celeste. I've only gotten 2 rows done on the sleeve here because I was holding the baby and just comforting her. But we're still waiting for the doctor to come in and actually do her suture. She has like numbing gel on it right now to help numb it. And it is like 6 hours past her bedtime, and this child is still wide awake, and we're like, you're crazy. She's a night owl like me. What can we say? Actually 7 hours past her bedtime. But she was with my mom and just had a little accident. Just fell and bonked her head, and she just has like a super light superficial cut. But we've asked a couple of doctors' opinions here. It's kind of on the line between like, do they want to suture it or just let it heal by itself? So they are going to try just 1 single stitch in it, and if it pulls her skin too tight, then they're going to take it out. So we're just playing the waiting game right now until the numbing gel does its thing. But we're probably not going to be out of here until 5 or 6 a.m. if not later, and we have been here since like 7:30 p.m. So this is a long day in the ER, and if you ever had to be in the ER all day, then you know that it is not fun, but at least I brought my crochet with me. I was right in the middle of making safety eyes when my mom called and said to meet them at the ER with her, so I was in the middle of a pair of eyes. It is 7 o'clock in the morning and we just got home. I left the house yesterday at 5:30 to go to the first ER where they were not able to treat her in a way that was satisfactory to me. So we went to one of the best hospitals in the Midwest, Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And although it was a crazy long wait, I think it was worth it because the doctor was so good with her. She did end up needing 3 stitches right above her eye. She might have a little scar. She might not have a little scar. I mean, she is less than 2 years old, so there is a lot of time for that skin to heal and move. We're going to sleep in tomorrow. She did not go to sleep until 4:30 in the morning, and we're not going to sleep until 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be a late start for the family tomorrow, but we will definitely get back to making her sweater tomorrow. And I don't know what's on the docket for crochet this week, to be honest with you guys. Haven't given it much thought. I do need to make some safety eyes because like I mentioned earlier, that's what I was in the middle of when I got the call to go to the hospital. So I don't even know what I was in the middle of doing, honestly. I probably didn't even turn my UV light off. It probably just died because it's battery operated, but oh well. Baby girl's okay, and that is all that matters. We're definitely going to need to wash that sweater, though, that I've been working on because of hospital cooties. So hopefully it holds up in the washer okay. It is now about, I don't know, 11, 12 hours later after that last clip. We have had a full day of just disinfecting everything, taking showers, cleaning the diaper bag, all of the clothes that we were wearing, because my mom is very much so a germaphobe, but also she knows a lot about healthcare, has spent a lot of time in hospitals, and is like, if you guys are going to get sick anywhere, it's going to be in an ER. And with how many people were there, I mean, it was a 6-hour wait just to be seen. So you can imagine how many sick, poor little kids were there coughing and just, yes. So anyway, so it's been many hours. We are all clean now. I am actually working right now on a pattern test for Stacy at Stacy Makes. So I have this pink yarn that was over here next to me that I decided to use for this shrimp pattern test. Now this is like a bright pink, well, not really bright pink, but it's like a ballet pink. Definitely not a shrimp color. But I had originally brought in this yarn because I thought that it would be fun to do like a rainbow disco shrimp. But this yarn from Hobby Lobby, we actually got it in the last vlog. The color sections on it are very, very long, and I wasn't sure how big this pattern would turn out. So I didn't want it to be like the entire shrimp would be in this orange color, which would actually be very appropriate, but then like randomly turn to, I think purple is next on it. And then just be like purple at like the last couple rounds of the head because I wasn't sure how big the pattern would be. So I opted not to use this yarn, but I think that this week I want to make a turtle out of this because I think if I follow my birthday turtle pattern, the shell in that is big enough where it'll work out where almost every round will be one color of this variegated, and then it'll look like a rainbow layered cake without me having to do the work of color changing for each color in the rainbow. So we're going to leave this in the house. We just need to figure out what yarn we want to pair with it for the flippers and the head of the turtle, but that will be for later. But anyway, so I have this pink yarn in the house because I'm still working on my Boba Buddies, which by this point in time, the pattern might already be out, but for me in real time right now, I am still writing it. I have finished the bunny and the dinosaur because I am filming this just one day after I stopped filming my last vlog. But for you, it's been like 2 weeks. So I know the timeline is wonky, but that is something that I really need to get finished up this week. I have all of my sketchy notes here still that I need to put into Canva and actually write the patterns up because that is so time consuming. Like besides actually figuring out the plushie, putting it, like actually writing the pattern and making it look nice takes so long, so long, arguably sometimes longer than it takes to actually write the pattern, depending on how big the pattern is, right? The Boba Buddies didn't take me too long. I'm still working on them, like all of the accessories, we'll call them, like the ears and the tail, since it's a modular pattern. The actual base of it with the Boba Cup took me about 4.5 hours to write, and then I'm still working on all the accessories, which are taking me about an hour and a half each. And it's probably going to take me just as long to type it up and make sure that everything looks nice and Canva and is ready for testers. So that just shows you like how long it takes to write a pattern if you're curious. But anyway, so I had this pink yarn in the house to use for my Boba Buddies. I made like a strawberry milk tea out of this color. And since it was here sitting next to me and I was too lazy to go out to the studio and get a new shrimp color, I decided just to use this, and so far, this is what my shrimp looks like. It is huge. It is way bigger than I thought that it would be. So we could have maybe used that yarn, but it would have been like striped, like it would have been like orange and then purple and then up to the top like blue and then changing to green. But I still need to do the little legs on him. But look at how terrifyingly large this shrimp is. Like if you have a crustacean phobia, this part of the vlog is not for you. Wait just till I get the little legs on it, then it's really gonna look creepy. But this was a fairly easy pattern to follow, and it's very cool how it's made up. I'll talk about it more in my this week's makes video, but I just wanted to let you know for this video that this is what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna finish up the legs, and then Ryan's feeding Celeste dinner right now, so once she's done eating, then we'll have some family time, and then later tonight I will give you guys an update on how far I got on the sweater. That is also being disinfected at the moment, so I don't want to touch it or anything yet. My entire whips bag needs to be cleaned. So tonight I will give you an update on the sweater, and then I need to go out to the shed and work on some more safety eyes for my drop that's happening on Monday because I'm way behind on my quota. I ended up losing like 12 hours of working time yesterday with how long we were gone for being in the ER. But as you can tell, as you can hear, she's a happy camper now. She's just enjoying herself and doesn't seem to be bothered by the little band-aid on her forehead or anything like that. So that's good news. Anyways, I will check in with you guys later. It's been a few hours. I am out here in the studio. I finished my little shrimpy. Not little is the opportune word because look at this beefy boy. I brought this Michaels box out here to open because I placed an online order for some yarn because they were having a great deal, buy one get one 50% off, which normally Michaels does not have. So I got a couple skeins of the new Grande Ombre yarn, as well as a few skeins of Burnout Mystical, because with the buy one get one 50% off, that evens out to like $8 a skein, which is great for Burnout Mystical since that stuff's normally like 14 bucks a pop. So we are going to open up this, and the reason why I'm out here tonight is to work on eyes. As you can see, I've got everything out still, and I was actually filming a tutorial for how to make the eyes too, so I need to finish that tonight. So for the next few hours, that's what we're going to be doing. It's about 10:30 p.m. I think once Ryan is finished in the shower, he might come out and hang out with me for a little bit. I don't know, but before we have to do work, let's do some fun stuff and open up some new yarn. Oh, also in this box, I put in my KD Creations window door bow. We're going to put it right here on the door. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. Oh yeah, I also had a few more Nyx the Dragons that I had made a few months ago, and I brought them out so that I could put them with all of my other baby dragons that I just made in the last vlog. Okay, so here's what I got. Not this, that was just coming out here. So we got a Burnout Mystical in the color Canyon because I am almost out of this orange, and I love this orange color also. Holy moly, is that soft. Wonderful. Then we got a Burnout Mystical in Sunshine, I believe the color name is. Yes, it's Sunshine. That one's also incredibly soft. And I don't have any of it in my stash. It's like a nice like medium yellow. So this one I definitely needed to restock. Then we got 4 of the new Grande Ombre. So I have not used any of these before except for the purple. So this one is a really pretty like berry pink. This one is called Cashmere Rose. And the only other color that I have similar to this is that demi pearl up there. And as you can see, they're very similar in color, but it's a really beautiful, kind of unique shade of purple / pink. So I got some of that. I also got the yellow. This is the color Pineapple Slice. And if you've never seen this yarn before, I actually did a full review of it here on the channel. We went shopping for it and then I worked with it and gave you guys my thoughts about how it worked up in terms of like the ombreing effect, because it does get later toward the center of the skein. And on some of them, like the purple in the middle, it gets so light that it is near white. Speaking of the purple, this one is called Lavender Fog, and I used it on a Moonkeeper before, and y'all loved it. So many comments about how much you loved the Lavender Moonkeeper, and I used almost the entire skein on that project, so I had to get another. And then finally, we have this like burnt orange terracotta color. This is called Canyon Sunset, and I got this one just because it's like a nice burnt orange. I feel like it, oh yeah, that would actually pair really well with the Mystical if I needed to pair them together for any reason. I don't know why I would, but they do match nicely, and I love this color. Therefore, I love this color. And these skeins, by the way, are so incredibly soft. They feel just like these, like the new formula, super duper soft Bernat. So let's find a place for all these. We've got quite a bit of room in the orange, actually. Okay, all of the new yarns are cozy in their homes. I have this big old gap of red. I need to get some more red yarn. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, so I made last week, is it out here? It should be. Oh yeah, it's right here. Okay, last week, or last video rather, I made Nyx the Dragon in this camo color with the dragon eyes, and it sold to a member of the channel, or is going to sell, I think. She was interested in it. So I'm going to grab some more of this so that we can make one more dragon and restock the camo, because a lot of you guys really liked this color, and I agree, it's very, very cool. So we need to get out some of these dragon eyes. So we'll do that camo dragon this week. And then we also need to pick out a color to go with the yarn bee rainbow yarn that's inside for the birthday cake turtle. And that yarn is on the smaller side. It's a little bit bigger than Parfait Chunky, and I don't have that much Parfait Chunky in my stash, honestly. But that, I feel like, is going to be the best choice of yarn so that it's a similar size. Or I guess we could do like Sweet Snuggles Light, since that is kind of on the thinner side. I just don't have the yarn out here with me to decide which matches. I am looking at this one right here. So this is Parfait Chunky, and I think that it might have like a darker teal in it, or even if it doesn't, honestly, I feel like this is just a really pretty color, and I have a lot of it. So I kind of feel like we should go ahead and use that up for a turtle. And I do think that it would be a good complementary color, like the moodiness of this compared to the cheerful happiness of all the bright colors, I think would be good. And then we would also need a color for the candle. I think I'm going to wait on that, because the candle we can do after the entire thing is done, and we can just add that, just throw that on to the end of it. So we'll bring the turtle out here when it's done and then decide on what color we want to use for the candle. Let me put all these little Nyx the Dragons away and then get back to making eyes, and I'll check in with you when I'm done with this, I guess. I just finished filming the rest of my tutorial. I'm working on koi pond safety eyes right now, and look at what I did this time. I added little like droplets on them, so they look like water droplets. Oh my gosh, I love them, but boy, are they time consuming to make. Okay, it has been a few hours. I worked on eyes for about 2 hours and then decided to come in because my back was killing me because, oh boy, that is a craft that is not kind to my middle-aged back. So I wanted to show you guys an update on, or give you guys an update on Celeste's little sweater here. Let me flip the camera. Look at this mess of yarn from being in my whips bag at the hospital. So this is both the white and the pastel colored yarn that I've been double stranding, just all in a jumble. It's an orgy of yarn going on right now, but as you can see, I don't have very much of it left. So I still need to do one whole other arm, but I was able to get this one done at the hospital, but I don't think I'm going to have enough of this to do that entire banding. I also really wanted to add a hood on it. So I think what I might do, we'll see how much of this I have left after doing the other sleeve. I don't think it's going to be enough to do either of those things. So basically, so either I can get more yarn, which I don't really want to do because the purpose of this project in part was to use up what I had left over from the last project that I did with it. So that kind of defeats the purpose of then having more left over. Or I could just not do the hood and then instead use this Fluffy Flex yarn for around the band. And this is what it looks like that. What do we think? The lighting's not great, but I do feel like you get the point with the green. I don't know. I just feel like the sweater is really, I don't know, just really soft and pastel. I feel like the green might be a little bit too harsh. I do have more colors in this Fluffy Flex, including a rainbow, a pastel rainbow ball of it. So we might have to take a look and see how that compares to what we already have here. It might blend well, and then we can use that for the band. And maybe the hood as well. I'm not really sure yet. Does it have to have a hood? No. But I would like it to have a hood, specifically to hide that rogue strawberry that is way too close to the other ones. But also just to help like keep her head warm, you know, to pop the hood up. So I'm hoping that she's going to have this sweater for a while because I made it in a 24-month/2T and it is big on her. Well, like I said at the hospital, it fits around her belly, like touching right here perfectly. Like if the buttons were right here, it would fit her now. But with the band, I think we're going to get another year out of it, which is fantastic. So still yet to be determined what I want to do. We'll go grab before bed the pastel Fluffy Flex and see how we like it with this. Tonight I have a few things to do. As you can see, I have some orange yarn here. Have I been calling this Fluffy Flex? Ryan said, yeah. Okay, this is just Loops and Threads Flex. This is Loops and Threads Fluffy Flex because it has flex just like this one, but unlike this one, it is fluffy. Sorry about that. So I have some orange Fluffy Flex out here because I need to make the next critter in my Boba Buddies series. I have the bunny and the dino done, like I mentioned, but I want to have one more done like tonight or tomorrow because I want to take a picture of the three of them and then put it in my thumbnail for the vlog that for me is going up Friday, but you will have seen it a few weeks ago. But I want to put a picture of them in the thumbnail because it's like showcasing the pattern that I'm writing in that video. but I feel like I should have 3. I don't know. Like, I like odd numbers when it comes to things like that, decor and like display on tables. I like it when there's an odd number of things, 3 or 5 preferably. I don't have time to make all 5 of the Boba Buddies. If I did, then I would put all 5 of them in the thumbnail. But we have the orange out to make the cat version because I think that the cat is going to be really cute. I mean, they're all cute, honestly, but I feel like the cat is going to capture more attention than like the mouse is going to. So it's going to be the cat, the dinosaur, and the bunny in the thumbnail. And then I think that that'll look good. And then the colors will be mint, blue, and orange. So I think that all of those will go nicely together. So tonight, I don't even know what time it is. Ryan, what time is it? 1:23 a.m. I'm going to try to get the cat Boba Buddy done tonight, and then if I have time, which I probably won't, I will continue working on the arms of the sweater. Oh, I also didn't mention that I feel like I should maybe rip 2 rounds out of the sleeves and add a strawberry right here. I could go back and surface crochet it, but I would rather, you know, like it's not fastened off or anything. I would rather just crochet it in just so it's sturdier. So I think I'm going to go frog this out, add a strawberry here, and then on the other side of the sleeve as well, since that's a lot of space without a strawberry, and it's more or less patterned, if you can tell. You know, they are staggered kind of randomly, but also very strategically. So I got to do that. But anyways, that is the plan. What I'm working on tonight, Sophia Nygaard, one of our favorite YouTubers, has a new video out. So we're going to watch her video. And then I'll check in with you probably before bed and let you know how far I got on these projects. Okay, it hasn't been too long since I left you last. I went ahead and just added the strawberries here and finished like the sleeve to where we need to do like the banding of it now. I might need to actually rip this row out and decrease a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know actually what the pattern says the next instruction is. This sleeve is exactly as long as her other sweater is at this moment without the cuff, which means this sleeve is going to end up being a little bit longer than her other sweater, and the other sweater fits her perfectly. So this is, I'm fine with. Also, I'm going to need to go back and weave in all these ends. Send help. I really don't want to, but you know, that's the name of the game when you're doing wearables. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I kind of want one of these in my size, but there's no way I would make one in my size. Are you kidding me? Gosh, it already takes me like 2-3 weeks to make something this size for a small human, not my big human size. Okay, I just finished the body base of the cat. Look at him. Oh my gosh. I freaking love this pattern. I'm so giddy about it. It took me 30 minutes to do the entire base, which is real quick because my goal with writing this pattern is that it would take less than 2 hours, ideally like an hour and a half. 30 minutes to do like the majority of it. And so next we need to do the arms, legs, boba cup, and then I actually need to design the patterns for the ears and the tail. It is currently 2:41 a.m. So I don't know, I might stay up to finish it, but we're definitely not going to have enough time tonight to work on Celeste's sweater, which is fine. Also, look at the dark teal with this rainbow. I think that it looks really nice. Because, well, do I like it? I can't tell. I can't tell if I love it or if I hate it, to be honest. What would be a good color to go with this? Yellow? See, I don't want to pick a color that's in this because I want it to complement it and just not blend in, because this is going to be the shell, which actually looks like a cake. So it'll be like a rainbow cake. And then this color will be for like the body and the head and the flippers. I don't know. We'll decide tomorrow. But for right now, I need to finish up this guy. Okay, it's now 4 a.m. I am so tired, especially after not going to bed until 7 a.m. Don't get as little sleep as I do because then you look like a raccoon like this. Anyways, I've been up doing this. So it took me a long time to get the tail shaping right on the cat modification. I mean, I think that it looks really cute. It's going to look even better too once it has its little paws and feet. But it took me a long time to get figure out how to shape the tail where it has like a little curve. It's like a very, very, very slight S curve, but I do think that I got it, and I got the pattern all typed into Canva and everything. His little face is so cute. I think for the orange cat, we're going to do the chocolate milk tea, so it's going to be like a darker brown. And then once I finish this tomorrow, then I will have all three for the listing photo, not the listing photo, the thumbnail. So tomorrow we need to make the thumbnail. Tomorrow I would also like to finish Celeste's sweater. I really have like nothing to show you guys for this week's makes. It's going to be Thursday tomorrow. Well, technically today because it's 4 a.m. But it's already Thursday. I've made the Boba Bunny, the Boba Dino, the Boba Cat once this is done, and then started the sweater. That's all I've done this week. So before Sunday when I need to film, I want to do the birthday cake turtle, finish the cat, finish the sweater whips, the camo dragon. Oh, and then I also made the shrimp. If I can get all of that done, then I think that I'll be in a good shape for filming. Because like I want to have stuff to show you guys, especially like new things. I try to do at least one new pattern a week so that it's just not like the same over and over again. This week is actually going to be a couple new patterns because obviously the Boba Buddies are new. I have not done this sweater pattern before. I did a different one before. The shrimp will be new, and then the turtle and the dragon you guys have seen before. So I think that that's a really good balance between like old and new, things that I wanted to make and things that I needed to make, like the dragon. So we'll be in good shape. But for right now, I'm going to set this aside. Oh, I did make the arms and legs. They're just sitting up here for right now. But I need to make the boba cup and then sew everything together and then we'll be done. I am at about an hour on this, not including the time that it took me to actually design the ears and the tail. Just like if you were to make this from start to finish, I'm about an hour in right now. And so, like I said, we just got to do the boba cup, which I feel like will take me like, I don't know, 15 minutes to do. And then sew everything together, maybe another 15 minutes. So hour and a half about for this pattern is exactly like right on the money for where I was hoping the make time would be for these, but of course everybody's is going to be different depending on, you know, how fast you crochet. Okay, I'm rambling. You can tell I'm tired. When I ramble nonsense, well, actually this isn't nonsense. I've actually been making sense. When I start rambling, it means I'm tired. Also, I cut my lip. Okay, good night. I will see you tomorrow and we'll go back to crochet. Well, good morning. As you can see here, I have a ton of cereal bowls. These are all Etsy orders that need to get completed and packed up this weekend. So this weekend, probably 5 or 6 hours of my time is going to be going to this side of my business. Some of these have clear coats, some of them do not. So as you can see, if you've seen these before, then you know what they are. If not, then these are like cereal bowl wall art. So I make them look like real bowls of cereal, and then you can hang them on your wall in your kitchen or wherever you want. Actually, a couple of these two are going in a playroom. I know that. And look at how cute the color combo is with the pink and the mint. Anyways, I need to take some time away from crochet this week to do these. So that's what I'm actually going to be working on this morning. And then I also brought down a few options of trim color that we can use on the sweater in other, I almost said fluffy flex again, and the other loops and threads flex colors. So we'll check those out in just a minute here. But for right now, I'm going to turn the camera off and get the clear coat on all these bowls because that's only step one of many for getting these ready to actually go to their new homes. So for the next probably 2 hours, I'm going to be working on this. Okay, so here's the sweater. This is option 1. So it's like a rainbow flex, which we could add in there. It brings in some purple to it, but it does kind of stand out. I also have this blue one, which I believe is just called, just number 15, but it's just blue. This one I feel like goes because there's blue in the actual sweater. So we could do that one. It's a lot softer of a color versus the green, but we could do the green, which is kind of fun, honestly. I don't know. I think I like the blue better. I think I like the blue better. I think I like how soft it is, because this whole thing is pretty soft, you know? And this one has a little bit of purple in it. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like right here, there's like 2 strands of purple. Also, I grabbed this yarn. It is Parfait Chunky. I believe the color is called Haze. And there is no purple of this exact shade. This one is pretty close. It's pretty close, but I thought that the purple looked really cute with the rainbow, so I think we're going to use this instead for the turtle body. And of course, I need to finish this cat, so we got a lot to do. Ryan just left for work. The baby is napping. I've got about an hour and a half to really put my head down and do this. My wings are sticking out. I need to get this cat finished, priority number 1, and then we'll work on the sweater after that. The cat is done. So this took less than an hour and a half to make. And this one did turn out pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. Love the way that the little feet turn out and hold the cup. Also, all of these guys sit perfectly. I did a lot of testing with how to do the base of these so that it would sit flat. You can see the ones over there sitting flat all by themselves. Look at them. They're like a peanut gallery over there. Anyways, so the cat is done. So tonight, after I put the baby to bed, I need to take a little glamour shot of the 3 of them and make that thumbnail so I can get that video posted early for the members, because if you're a member of the channel, you get early access to all the videos, and then that video will go out tomorrow. So this is the finished cat. This is very nice feeling to have it just off my plate. So we still have a lot to do tonight, actually. I also need to go out to the studio and make a few more safety eyes. My next safety eye drop is Monday, so I need to make like 25 more pairs to get my quota for how many sets I wanted to have for that drop. So we've got a very busy night, but for right now, I've got about 10 minutes until it's time to go wake up Celeste. So I am going to get dinner going and spend the night with her, hanging out with my little bestie, and then later we will get back to work and do the photo of the 3 of them. I'm very excited to see how all of them look together. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh, they're so cute. On their little boba date. Oh, I haven't done the tail on the bunny. I gotta do that. But look at all 3 of them lined up here. So this week I would like to try to do the other 2. Like if I don't have them for Monday's video, Not the end of the world, but I would like to have the bear and the mouse done too. I think the mouse is going to be purple with a matcha boba, and then the and then the bear is going to be pink with a like a taro tea, like a purple. So this is the start of the little Mean Girls group here. We got to add 2 more to them though. These are all of the eyes that I want to get done tonight. And if I can do more, then that would be great. But this is like bare minimum what I need to do. And these are going to take a while because they need like stickers and like specialty paints and all that good stuff. But first things first, before I start the eyes, now that I have the 3 Boba Buddies done, I just snapped a picture of them. So I need to make up that thumbnail and get that video posted for our members and then set it to schedule to go live tomorrow for everybody else. Okay, this is what the thumbnail looks like for the last vlog. So let's go ahead and export this and then, and then get it uploaded to YouTube. I already told the members that it's up, so I gotta work quick. Okay, members only video has been published. 3 hours, 10 minutes. I swear you guys always tell me how much you love the long videos. In fact, some of you even get upset with me when I post a video that's like less than an hour. You're like, well, what am I supposed to do for the rest of the day now? Thank you for listening to me yap for so long. But this was a good video. I designed all of the Boba Buddies, well, the ones that I have so far, designed them. Oh yeah, also I added the tail to the bunny. Look at the little cotton tail. So adorable. Anyways, it's time to get to making some eyes now. I also need to respond to some YouTube comments, but I'll do that a little bit later when I go inside. Oh, I also pulled out some yarn. I brought this out here so that we could match some colors to it. So I'm thinking that these 3 colors would look nice with it. And they're also kind of like gender neutral because whenever I make a birthday cake turtle, it sells every single time because it's always somebody's birthday, but we don't want it to lean to like, you know, one way or another, like if it's for a, you know, little girl's birthday or little boy's birthday. This I feel like is just kind of a standard neutral palette, so it could go any way. A lot of people who buy these are parents with their kids who are buying a gift for one of their little friends' birthday parties. I had a birthday turtle go to, I think, a 6-year-old on his birthday, and then another one go to a 10-year-old on her birthday. So I like to make them in pretty neutral colors. I think this one's going to be fun though with the rainbow. So I'm thinking for the actual turtle, we'll use this one like we talked about earlier. And yes, this is the color Haze and Parfait Chunky, and I have a lot of it, so we might as well use it up. But then for the candle and for the hat, I was thinking we could use this color in Parfait Chunky. No idea what it's called. I want to say it's Lagoon. So maybe I do have an idea what it's called. I think it's Lagoon. And then this is Naughty Pony and this very, very bright sunshine yellow. And I think that these 2 together are a fun combo. And then all 3 looks really nice, very cheerful. So I think for the hat, we'll do this and then make the little accents in the, like the pom-pom on top of it in this darker teal. We'll make the candle in this yellow color and then wrap it to do like the spiral down the candle in the Lagoon color. And I think that we will be in tip-top shape for that birthday turtle whenever we get to it. Also, look at how sad this is. My beautiful 6.5 millimeter tulip crochet hook is stained. It stained when I was using, I think it was a Chenille Home Slim black, and the dye just got all over the handle, and now it looks very, very grimy. But oh well, it still works just fine. Actually, is this the one? No. Okay, I do have a 6.5 millimeter tulip hook that I've used so much that the top of it is literally completely flat. Like there's no point to it. But this is one of my newer ones, although I've had it for well over a year now. But I have many 6.5 millimeter hooks because this is my most used hook. So I keep them in like every room of the house as well as out here in the studio too. Anyways, I need to stop talking so I can get to making some eyes. Oh my gosh, in just that time that it took for me to talk to you, we've already got 5 views and 1 comment. I bet you the comment's from Ryan, because he always likes to be the first to comment on my videos. He's at work right now, by the way, but I think he just so happened to be on break as I posted. Let's see. Oh, nope, Brian wasn't the first to comment. Oh, he's going to be upset, but see what I mean? We love the girthy videos. You are very welcome, Whitney. And Mama Love Crochet. Hi. Look at these Soot Sprite eyes with like the neon yellow backs, the sparkles on them. Of course, Ryan picked the neon yellow. But oh my gosh, those are a ton of fun. Okay, I've been working for like an hour and I've only done 6 pairs. That's how long these took me. I feel like that's not normal. I feel like people make these a lot faster than I do, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I really try to cover the backs, like every little spot with a piece of glitter. So I'm sitting here like playing Operation with my tweezers, trying to get them perfect, but that's okay. It is a pretty relaxing task, although it hurts the back, like I mentioned. I'm sitting here hunched over like this, like a little gremlin. I'm watching Nintendo tubers because if you did not know, besides crochet, I also love gaming and Nintendo. I'm watching Arlo right now, but a few of my other favorites are Abdallah Smash, Beat 'em Ups, all like great channels that I watch a lot. Actually, I think right now I'm kind of in the mood to watch or listen to, because I'm not really watching, some Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, because I really like the music in that game and like the sound effects are very calming to me. So I like to turn on like playthroughs of Tears of the Kingdom while I'm working sometimes. So that I think is what I'm going to watch right now while these are curing. And then all of these on my desk right now, I think I'm going to make them kind of like the Derpy Tiger eyes that I've done in the past, but I'm going to name them Honesties, because I'm doing a few eyes in this drop, which by the time you're seeing this, unfortunately, all of these are probably going to be sold out, but you can look forward to the next drop. First Monday of the month is when I drop my safety eyes. But anyways, this time I'm doing some inspired by My Little Pony. So I did one set that is inspired by Rainbow Dash. That's like a holographic color shift rainbow. And I'm calling those Loyalty because that's her element of harmony. I did one inspired by Rarity that looked like geodes, and that's going to be Generosity. So I think these ones are going to be the same color as the Derpy Tiger, but I'm going to name them Honesty, because that's Applejack's element of harmony, and then Applejack is like yellow and red, and that's kind of the color scheme for the Derpy Tiger eyes anyways. But I have to decide like what I want to do for the actual eyes. So in the past I've done like kind of like a gradient where it's mostly like copper color, I guess you could call it, like orange or copper, and then it has like a little like slash of gold sparkle through it, and it looks really pretty. It almost looks like the light is reflecting off of it. And every single time I post my Derpy Tiger eyes, they're like some of the first to sell out, so I know that you guys really like those. And I make them in 20 millimeters too, so these are perfect for my Blue Tiger pattern if that's what you're making with them. But I have to decide this time if I want to do something a little different. Normally on them I use mica powder. I feel like I've done this a lot and I know that they sell, so on one hand it's like, well, I know that you guys want them, there's a market for them, so should I make them the same? Or since in my last drop I just had the mica powder ones, should I do something a little different and do the glitter now, so that way, you know, it's different? I don't know, I need to think about it. I'm watching Wood from Beat 'em Ups play Tears of the Kingdom, and I decided to just use mica powder like I always do, but there is a little bit of shimmer and shine in them, and they are really pretty. That one needs to be cooked more. Yeah, they're really pretty. See, they kind of look like they have like a little dash of sunlight coming through them. Beautimous. Got to do this for all of these sets. So I'm gonna be here for a while. Many hours later, and my quota has been reached. I do have some gold left over though, so maybe we'll do a few more eyes. I don't know. My back is killing me. I still need to hole punch all these cards and pop all the eyes into the cards, but I do think that they turned out really nice. Oh, I do need to take a isopropyl alcohol wipe. Gosh, that's a mouthful. I need to take a wipe and wipe all the fronts of them and get them all packed in their little baggies so that they're ready to go. And I don't know, I feel like going back to crochet. So I think we'll just set this this gold resin aside and use it for something else another time. But for right now, I want to finish this up so that we can get back to work with crochet. Okay, I'm in the house now, just making myself some Panera mac and cheese. This stuff is thebomb.com. Highly recommend. First of all, the stuff that you get at Walmart tastes exactly like the Panera mac and cheese that you get at Panera, but also there's so much protein in these. I have like half of the cup thing. I think the entire cup is one serving and it has like 45 grams of protein in it, which is like crazy and it's so good. So I just made myself that for dinner. I'm going to get some tea to drink. And here's the thing is I am torn about what I want to do right now because I have a want to do and a need to do. I want to work on the sweater so that I can just get it done. But I feel like my time would be better spent if I used it to complete the last two modifications in the Boba Buddies series. So that way I can show off the entire collection in Monday's video. I don't know, like I don't mind making the pattern. The pattern itself is good, but because I'm using the Fluffy Flex and I cannot find my larger hook, my 8mm, I'm using a 6.5 with it. And so it kind of hurts my hands because that yarn is so incredibly thick. I don't know if I'm going to want to do both tonight, but I think that our time is best spent working on those. I think we'll just get at least the bodies and the bobas done. And then if I need to pause for tonight and then go back tomorrow to do the ears and the tails, because I still need to design those for the bear and the mouse. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, but all I want to do is work on her sweater. But we're going to get what we need to done first. Now I need to figure out what I want to watch. I really wanted to watch Game of Thrones, but we don't have HBO Max anymore. Oh, Monster, that was a good series. I mean, it's not at all accurate to the actual Ed Gein, like, story historically, but it's still very well done in my opinion. I was watching a show called Castle Rock that's kind of based on, like, Stephen King novels. Not kind of, it is based on Stephen King novels. I started Cabinet of Curiosities and didn't get very far in that. Oh yeah, Bridgerton, the second half is out now, so I gotta watch that when Ryan's here. Breaking Bad was great. Love Shameless. That's a great show to watch when I'm feeling really down on myself, because no matter how bad of a day I'm having, Fiona Gallagher's is worse. Oh yeah, I watched the first episode of Yellow Jackets. You know what? Maybe we'll watch Yellow Jackets. I need to restart it though, because I don't remember it. I watched it so long ago. So we'll watch this. I need to like really be immersed in a show when I am crocheting with awful yarn because then it kind of gets my mind off of it, so I'm not focusing so much on how much it's hurting me to crochet with it. But we're on the home stretch. We've only got 2 more to go. I don't know why I decided to use this yarn. I have so many different skeins of yarn out there. I feel like Demi Pearl would have been a great choice for them. But no, I had to use the stupid Fluffy Flex. It's not stupid. I actually really like this yarn. I just have to use a bigger hook with it because using my 6.5mm, it is way too dense for this small of a hook. So there's a tip for you. If you've always hated using Fluffy Flex and you've been using like a size like smaller than 7mm hook, try sizing up to like an 8 and see how it's better. Because for me, if I use a bigger hook with it, then it's much nicer to work with, and I actually really enjoy working with it. But I have no idea where my 8mm hook is. It just got up and walked away. And it sucks because that's my interchangeable hook too that I always talk about. So the handle is gone along with the 8mm top. So I gotta find that because that's my hook that I use for all of my larger sizes because it's metal. So I don't know. It literally walked away. I had it 1 second right next to me, and then the next second it was gone. I also have a toddler though, so who knows? She might have taken it and put it somewhere. There was a potato on my living room floor the other morning because I turned my back for 2 seconds and she got a potato out and brought it into the living room. Who knows where it is? We got to find it though. Just started the second episode, finished my mac and cheese, and finished both the cups. So we've got one like purple taro tea and then one green matcha tea. I used the new Parfait Plush. Well, is it new at this point? It's been out for months, but newer Parfait Plush in the chartreuse color, and it's really pretty. It's like the perfect matcha color. So now we actually have to do the actual animals. I think actually what I'm going to do to make it hopefully feel like it goes faster working with this yarn is use... So I think what I'm going to do is kind of batch make these since I've already done both the cups. I'm going to go ahead and make both the arms and both sets of legs. And then I'll go back and do the bodies last and then sew all of the pieces together for both of them. And then hopefully it'll go pretty quick. And then we'll see how we're doing on time. We might need to do the tails and the ears tomorrow, but we'll see. Okay, I finished all the pieces. Some of them are over there. But I did all of the arms and legs for both. Also, I was going to do the mouse in purple, but I'm actually going to use this white because this white feels really nice. Even with my 6.5mm hook, this is nice to work with. So I'm going to use the nicer of the two yarns first. I mean, the pink's not bad for sure. Also, I don't know if I'm going to have enough down here. Might need to run up and grab another skein if that's not enough. But I'm going to start with the white because I was noticing a few nights ago when I was working on these with this yarn, my wrists were really starting to hurt, and I very rarely get wrist pain when I crochet. The last time I had it was when I was working on Celeste's first sweater because I'm just not used to using a small yarn and hook. I'm used to using like smallest 5.5mm, and I was using a much smaller yarn and hook for that. And so my hands were like, I don't know, like my muscle memory wasn't like doing its work. I was having to like, I don't know, like twist my wrist more and everything. And my hand was cramping from holding like that little tiny strand. Like my actual crochet hand, my dominant, I'm right-handed. So my right hand was fine. It was my left hand that was really hurting from holding that thin yarn. But that was really the last time that I had any sort of hand wrist pain. But the other night, both my wrists, but specifically my right was hurting, which is telling me that it's because it's my wrist hand, my dominant hand. So it's just very difficult for me to use this yarn with this small hook. So let's hope that we don't get wrist pain tonight because I have much work to be done. It is now midnight. When we wake up tomorrow, it will be Friday. So I only have 2 days to finish stuff until I need to sit down and film my video on Sunday. So that's a little worrying to me because I feel like I have a lot to do. Tomorrow, though, I think my mom might actually come over for a little bit and watch the babies so I can work, because I have all of those cereal bowl orders that need to be done. I have a lot of crochet to do, but my mom is having a major surgery next week, and so she asked if she could spend a little extra time with the baby tomorrow and as well as Monday. I think she's going to be here or take Celeste to her house. I don't know yet, but all day tomorrow and Monday. Her surgery's on Tuesday, and then she's not going to be able to like pick Celeste up for 6 weeks. So while she's healing. So she asked if she could spend some extra time with her this week, which is fine, because then it works out for me, because then I have more time to work. So hopefully we'll have a few more hours tomorrow where I don't have to be on full mom duty. I love being on my mom duty. Don't get me wrong. That's my favorite job. And I love my kids so much. And she's the absolute best. Like I said earlier, she's my bestie. And I love her and I love spending time with her. But it will be nice to have a few extra hours tomorrow and Monday to work, because I feel like I'm behind on stuff. I've gotten so many Etsy orders for cereal bowls, which is such a good problem to have. But it's like, I feel like every time I catch up and get orders shipped out, then like the next day I get like 10 more. And so it's like just a constant like sweatshop in here of doing those bowls. But I don't know. I just feel like it's nonstop. So anyways, I'm rambling. I am going to use this white and start on the mouse body. I'll get everything sewn together for both of them. And then I think that it's going to be bedtime. I don't think I'm going to have time tonight to do the ears and the tails on them, because I actually need to like design them and put them in Canva. I'm actually using my typed up pattern on Canva right now so that I can read through it. Like every time I make one of these things, I'm reading through the pattern and hopefully catching all of the mistakes, if not most of them. So that way it's less for my pattern testers to have to figure out. But I'm going to need to do glamour shots of these guys this week. I would really like to get the pattern test up by Monday, because in Monday's video, I'll announce that the pattern test will be going up soon, and I would like to just already have it up on Instagram, so that way people who see the video and are interested in applying can just hop on over to Instagram and apply right then and there, and they don't have to wait for it. But taking glamour shots, as I called them. Who remembers Sears glamour shots? I know my sister and I have Sears glamour shots from when I was like in 5th grade. Anyways, the glamour shots do take a while. I set up like a backdrop and set up my studio light. I don't keep that stuff up all the time in the shed because it takes up a lot of space, but I do like set it up all nicely so that way I can take really aesthetic, if you will, photos of them. So that way for the listing photos, they look really nice. And because of the high quality photos, a lot of my pattern listings on Etsy have the Etsy's pick badge, which means that Etsy's algorithm pushes my listings more than others because of a multitude of things, but included in that list of things that Etsy really likes is the high quality, like clean, crisp pictures. But it does take a while for me to set all of that up and tear it down and then edit the photos so that the lighting is exactly how I like it and all of that good stuff. So that's also on the to-do list for this weekend, and just normal life stuff like chores and endless laundry. Like I could be doing laundry right now, but I'm not. It's fine. I'll deal with it tomorrow. I gotta pick my battles right now. Laundry I can do while Celeste is awake. In fact, she likes to help me with laundry. It's so cute because she sees me like holding things under my chin as I'm folding towels and stuff. And then she'll take it and she'll walk around with her little toddler beer belly and hold things under her chin. It's adorable. But anyways, okay, I'm going to get to work on this, and I will check in with you once I'm done with this mouse body. I stopped watching Yellow Jackets and went back to Zelda because I was just in the mood for Zelda. So I am almost done with the mouse body. So all of my other Boba Buddies, I put the eyes kind of like on the sides of the face like this. And I'm debating whether or not on this one I actually want to put the eyes closer together. I'll show you kind of what that looks like. I don't know. Part of me wants them all to be like look the exact same in terms of the eye placement so that it really like showcases in the listing photo that like they're all the same pattern with just a modification to make them different animals. But then another part of me, there's a little fluff sticking out of this that I'm picking at. But another part of me wants to show like just by changing the placement of the eyes, you can really change the look of the face. So I'm kind of thinking of doing this and then maybe also with the bear putting them closer together so that two of them have the eyes closer. That way this one doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, not being like the rest. So I did put the eyes close together. And I did this little bobble stitch for the nose. And it looks so goofy, but also so cute. He looks like a little like Doug Trio Pokemon. Doesn't this look like a Pokemon with the little nose? Okay, so I was going to do the other body too and then sew them together and then do the accessories on them, but I am just dying to see how this one comes out with the mouse ears and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish this one up completely. I need to decide though what color cup I want to give her. So here is the purple. And then we have the matcha green. Now the other color that I'm going to use for the bear is going to be pink. So let's see which looks better with pink. I was originally going to do purple with pink, or let's see how the green looks, or the green with the pink. They both look good. Honestly, I'm kind of liking the green with the pink. That's very earthy. I think that that's cute. The purple and pink, I mean, that's a classic combo. That one is like unicorn vomit. I think we're going to save the matcha boba for the bear, and then we'll give the mouse the purple. Oh yeah, that looks cute. Okay, I am dying to see how this comes out. Ryan's on his way home from work. So I'm deciding if that ear is big enough. I'm kind of thinking yes. I think that it will be. With the two, I can't get over it. It looks just like a Diglett. Does it not? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's a type of Pokemon. But once I get the ears on it, then maybe it'll look like a mouse hold. Oh, snap. But yeah, I think that the size of these ears are good. Also, I love this Fluffy Flex in the white because the colors really pop out of it. I think I'm actually going to leave this out and use this for the frosting on the birthday turtle. The only problem is that this is very thick, and especially compared to Parfait Chunky, which is the other yarn that we're using, this is going to be really, really thick, but maybe I'll be able to get away with using it. I just think that that would be a nice little accent for the birthday cake turtle, but we'll get there when we get there. First, we need to finish this. Okay. This entire time that I was writing the pattern for the tail and the ears, I feel like I was scowling because now that I'm relaxing, my whole face like hurts and I have a headache. So I must have been doing some sort of stank face that entire time. But it's done. And you guys, it's so cute. The little gray tail. I had just enough of the gray fluffy flex to do the tail. Oh my goodness. I do think that it would have looked cute with the eyes like on the sides of the face too, but it was a good call to do them closer together. And then I'll do the same on the bear. But oh my goodness. So stinking cute. All right. Well, it is very late. And we are going to go to bed in just a second here. So I guess we'll have to work on the other peanut body tomorrow, and then the bear modification should be easy because the ears, I just said ears, the ears are small. So, and I think we're just going to do semicircles. So that should be very easy to write the pattern for that. And then the tail is just like a little circle. So that should be easy. And then we are done with all 5 of the Boba Buddies. We'll take their photos. We'll work on Celeste's sweater tomorrow and get the second coat done on the cereal bowls. So productive day ahead of us tomorrow. But for right now, I will say good night and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. All right, Mom just picked up Celeste and I am staring at all of these cereal bowls in front of me. So we gotta conquer this. I need to do this because they need to have time to cure before we pack them this weekend, and it is Friday. So no dilly-dally today. I'm just going to be jumping from one thing to the next. After I'm done with this, I need to go out to the studio and put all those safety eyes onto their little cards and put them in baggies because I did not do that last night. I had a video come out today, so I need to hop on my computer and respond to comments. And then when we get in from doing that, we're going to get right back to crochet so I can finish up the last Boba Buddy, the bear, and then finish up Celeste's sweater too. I got to untangle all that yarn. Not looking forward to that, but that's going to be in a few hours when we get there. It's been about an hour, but all of the bowls have milk now. So let's head out to the studio. Ryan's getting distracted by the Hirschner's catalog. He was going to come outside with me. Oops. Let's see what goodies do we have.
I like this. They have sports yarns and all of the like popular sports team colors.
I know that one's the Packers. Green and gold.
Yep.
I don't know any other ones. That's Concordia Eagles.
Sure. There's also a real Eagles team.
That's the
California.
Florida Sunshine.
Nope.
That one's the Philadelphia Satans.
Okay.
That's the Bengals.
No.
The Tigers.
No.
The Sabertooths.
Orange and black. That's orange and navy. I mean, they look very similar on the picture.
Okay, but I was close. Who's orange and navy?
I don't know. Maybe the Bears are navy instead of black? Out of Chicago?
I know nothing about sports ball, if you couldn't tell.
Oh, my God.
What? Navy and gold? The Sabertooths.
Sure.
The Sabertooths.
Yes. But that's actually a good idea for like sports blankets. I'm very interested in this.
You still need to finish.
That's not the point. I'm interested.
Look, I'm not one to talk because I also have a lot of whips.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy my own he shed and buy all my own yarn. Ooh,
Which
that's
mine is
really
yours?
great.
Wow, those are neons.
Wow.
I like on the cover they have, these cottons are really pretty. I like the soft, like muted colors.
Those are cute.
I've never used the Hirschner's cotton though, so I can't attest to whether or not it's like sandpaper, like Lily Sugar and Cream. Throwing shade at all of you Lily Sugar and Cream lovers.
Scented
I love
hooks.
you just the same. Excuse me? If you want your hands to smell like bananas, you can use a scented hook.
It's like scented markers as a kid, but
I kind of love that idea.
Wait,
I think we
should
need
we do
to
a
get
video
those.
review?
We should.
Video review coming soon.
Oh my gosh, I gotta get those, man. I was always the kid who was huffing the markers.
I mean, it's $100 for the set, but
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there's 10 of them. So
Do they pack them together and then all the scents get mixed?
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to get one though.
All right. Anyways,
Ooh, they don't have 6.5.
let's go out to the shed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Say hello to Celeste's little sweater on our way out. Good morning, beautiful rainbow. Good morning, Shed. Good morning, Boba Buddies. Good morning, Epoxy. Good morning, Safety Eyes. Actually, speaking of Safety Eyes, I got some more koi pond stickers in the mail today, so I wasn't intending on making any more, but I think I'm gonna make some more because I know that you guys love those eyes and I want to be able to deliver a good amount for you. And I only had made, how many pairs? 6? Not that many because I ran out of stickers. So I have more stickers. So we're gonna make some more of those today. Also, I gotta show you, I put the bow on the door. It still needs to be painted, ignore that. But look at how cute it looks. It's like a big old present. Anyways, we brought the step ladder in today because I also need to hang some things. I'm putting a print over the, what's that called? Electrical box. Putting a print over that to cover it. And then I also have a few more prints that are going to go over here somewhere. Love that rainbow. So beautiful. Is it in your eyes?
It is.
But at least it's pretty. The squad is growing. As Nerdy Peach called them, here are the Boba homies. Ryan is putting the eyes on the cards for me. Let's see them. Ooh, those are your favorites, huh? Because they're yellow.
Yeah. Very, very bright yellow.
They are neon yellow. Under the UV light, they were literally glowing. Look at this. Look at how neon those are.
Wow.
I know. I don't think they glow in the dark. I just think that it's very, very bright. Okay, it is now almost 5:30. I have been working on these for hours, but look at these, you guys. They're little like bubble eyes and they have sparkles on the tops of them too. And I finished some more koi pond eyes. So I got to get all of these on cards. All of these are still cooking under there and I still need to do the top layer on this pair, but then we are done and we can finally go inside. My back is killing me. I want to get back to crochet, but I'm very happy with how these eyes turned out. And so they'll be going in the drop, which again, they're probably sold out now by the time you're seeing this. And I apologize about that. But if you guys like these, I can make some more for next month's drop. It's now 6 p.m. and all of my eyes for this drop are packed, except for the ones over here that I need to do glamour shots of. So I'm going to do that right now, and then I need to list them on the website in preparation for the drop. So that is what I'm working on right now. Okie dokie, all of the photos are done. I do need to edit them and actually get them listed, but it is now about 6:30. Just responded to all of my current YouTube comments, so we are finally ready to go inside and chillax a little bit, turn on our show. Maybe we'll go back to watching Yellow Jackets. Maybe I'll turn on a gaming stream, not sure yet. I'm also very hungry, so it's time to make myself some food. And in a few hours here, we're gonna need to go and pick up Celeste. So we're gonna make the most of our few hours. First things first, I'm going to get all of the eye photos edited and listed, just not like active on the website yet. And then we'll get to untangling that yarn and working on that sweater. I have a little crusty on my face. I turned on a video about DashCon. If you know, you know. But my attention is split right now between watching and also posting stuff. So I didn't want to turn on something, you know, so serious that I wouldn't be paying full attention. So this is the mess that we get to deal with. Last night before bed, I did do this. Wow, so fancy. But because of the way, like just the makeup of this yarn, can you see how fuzzy it is? Me like fondling it constantly and trying to like rip it apart from itself, as well as this yarn, because this is 2 different skeins. It like pilled it almost. It like felted this yarn. So hopefully when I wash it, it'll get better and not worse. Fingers crossed, but now we got to deal with this mess. I've been working on this for like 45 minutes. I've gotten one little ball and I still have all this to work through. This is like a yarn orgy, which sounds like it would be a great time, but it's not. And I am running low on time and I would like to go take a shower before I need to leave and go pick up the baby, which is going to be in like an hour or so. So I'm just going to hope and pray that this is enough to get me through the last sleeve of this sweater, and we shall see, so that I don't have to deal with this. Even if that is enough to get through the sleeve though, I don't think what I have here is going to be enough to do the entire band. So we'll stick with the blue. I know there was a comment on my last vlog because I was asking you guys like, what color do you think I should use for the band? Somebody said the green, but that was before I showed the blue. So I don't know if you guys like the green better or the blue better, but I'm going to go with my gut and I'm going to go with the blue flex band. I almost said fluffy flex again. Speaking of fluffy flex, I have the pink right there that I made the little limbs for the last Boba Buddy for last night. And I was reading through some of the comments on the last vlog where I actually designed like the base pattern. And a few of you guys, more than one person, said that I should do an axolotl. And I think instead of doing a bear, I'm going to do an axolotl because that's, I don't know, that's a little more fun. Plus, I just happen to be working with the pink fluffy flex. So that's perfect for an axolotl. So I need to run out to the studio and grab some like hot pink yarn for the little side frills. And then Nerdy Peach recommended that we do a frog. And I love that idea, except for the fact that I already used the closest thing to green that Fluffy Flex has, which is mint on the bunny. So I could do a 6 Boba Buddy, but I already used the green. So the only other color that I haven't used in the line is purple, but I feel like a purple frog would look weird. Like it wouldn't come off as a frog. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you eventually get the pattern and want to make a frog out of it. How I would do it is I would do the base as normal. It doesn't need a tail or anything. It would be super easy to modify to be a frog. Instead of putting the eyes in the face, just make 2 little white spheres. Put the eyes in those and then sew those to the top of the head. Bing, bang, boom. You got yourself a frog there. So good idea, Nerdy Peach Stitches. But yeah, I think we're going to do an axolotl. And I think that it's going to look really cute, especially with the shape, the little blobby peanut fetal shape of the of the base pattern. But anyways, I'm going to go hop in the shower and then I will spend the rest of the time before I need to go pick her up working on the sleeve. And Robin is live, so of course we're hanging with our crochet homies. Okay, I'm almost done with this sleeve, and oh look, I lost yarn chicken on this white. I mean, I do have more yarn, but that means I have to brave this mess. I was hoping that that little ball that I had wound would be enough, but alas, it's not. Also, you know what I was thinking? I might change my mind yet again, but welcome to a week in my life. I could do the band in pink. I don't know why I didn't really think about it. Well, no, I know why. Because this yarn is very, very thin. Girls, do you mind? You probably just pissed off like 1,000 dogs who are watching this right now. What do you have to say for yourself? Anyways, I didn't consider using this yarn because it's very, very thin. And I felt like if I were to use that really thin yarn, the band would like, I don't know, like shrink and like wrinkle the sweater here. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I remembered that I actually have a second ball of this, so I could double strand this and then it would be about the same thickness as the actual sweater itself. So we could use the pink for the band, and I do think that that is the cutest option. So well, at least I'm 98 0.5% sure that I have another skein of this. So we'll have to check that. But I need to leave here in like 15 minutes. So I am going to finish up this sleeve. I only have 2 rounds left. Run out to the studio, grab the hot pink yarn for the axolotl, and then be on my way. It's done! Here it is. This sleeve has a gradient to pink, and then this one doesn't, but it's okay. I like the gradient to pink sleeve, though. It's very cute. Later tonight, we're going to have quite a few ends to work in, as well as inside the arms. All of those ends are still in there. Takes a little peek-see there. I didn't mention that in the pattern by Daisy Farm Crafts that I was following. Well, first of all, if you didn't see the last vlog, I modified this just adding little free-handed strawberries to it. Those aren't in the pattern, but like the actual garment itself, I followed the pattern for. But they tell you to do a herringbone stitch, which is kind of like a double crochet, but instead of pulling through 2 loops the first time, you do a slip stitch and then yarn over again and then pull through 2, and it makes like a more interesting shape. But slip stitches take a lot longer for me to do. I have to be really mindful about like not accidentally, like pulling it. Oh, I gotta cut a little end right there. But anyways, they take longer to do, so I opted to just do double crochets instead to speed up the process, and they kind of look similar, especially with this fluffy yarn. I didn't really feel like you'd be able to tell that much that it was different. Also, underneath the sleeves, it tells you to do a slip stitch chain 1, but I personally don't like the way that looks. So you can see like these first couple rows right here, until about here, I did the slip stitch chain 1 turn, but then I decided that I didn't like how it looks, so I just worked in the round, and look at how much nicer that looks. And then at the end, I just decrease from a double crochet to a half double to a single to a slip stitch to kind of taper it off. And once we have the band on here, you won't be able to tell. Plus, this is on like the inside of the arm anyways. And then this one, I didn't even bother with the slip stitch. I literally just worked in the round. You can see a couple of my decreases here. So I did modify the pattern a little bit. And then something else that I thought was weird, I don't know if I'm reading this wrong, you guys can tell me, but here, like on the instructions for the arms, it says you will decrease 2 stitches every, and then so in the pattern, it has the different sizes. So here's the first page. So I was working on the 24 months, so this entire pattern I was following the very last green number in the parentheses for the 24-month size. By the way, this is a free pattern, so I'm not spoiling anything for you here. But then when we get here, it just says X. And I'm like, well, I don't know how many to decrease by then. So I don't know if this was intentional or if like they just forgot to put the numbers in here. I'm leaning toward thinking that they just forgot to put the numbers in. So I just had to wing it, and I just decreased every 2 rows. And so I feel like the sleeves might be a little bit off in terms of sizing, but it's okay. I did try it on her, and well, I tried it on her with 1 sleeve, and it was good in terms of width. However, the sleeves are very long, but that's good because I want it to be extra big like we've discussed. So tonight we need to do the bands, and we need to weave in the ends, and I have actually quite a bit of this pastel yarn left. It is all pink. I was thinking maybe pairing this pink with the Kobu pink to, I don't know. Well, I guess they kind of don't really go together. This one is more of a peachy pink, and then this one is more of like a true neutral pink, so maybe not. I was going to say I could use this in the band too so that it doesn't go to waste, but I'll just set it aside and use it for another project for something. And then I have this much left of the Caron Colorama Halo yarn. So between the 2 sweaters, I used up almost 2 full skeins of this Caron yarn, which is really saying something. Because considering the fact that I like never use non-plush or chenille blanket yarn, I'm pretty proud of myself that I went through this much yarn with a 5mm hook. I'm giving myself pats on the back for that. Anyways, I need to head out, so I will see you when we get home and we'll finish this up. Oh, and I gotta go make sure that I have a second skein of this. Okay, I just picked up the offspring. She's in the back there. I thought that I would pop in so that I could give you our secret emoji of the day. So if you're watching this part of the video, go down to the comment section, and your secret emoji today is a boba in honor of our boba homies. So a boba tea. And if you can't find emoji, then you can just type in milk tea or boba tea so that I know that you're watching this part of the video. And if you're on the TV, then I don't really know how you comment on the TV. Or if you have me on the TV, rather, I don't know how you comment on the TV. But you can on your phone, tablet, computer. And while you're scrolled down there, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button or the thumbs down button. A lot of trolls like to give me a thumbs down, but what they don't know is that it helps me just as much as the thumbs up does. So hit either one. Doesn't matter to me. It just helps the algorithm tell it that people are engaging. So that's a good thing. Anyways, let's head home and get back to work. She fell asleep in the car, so that was a very easy put down. Although my baby is a very good sleeper. She has slept pretty consistently through the night, 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. since about 3 months old, unless she's teething, and then it gets a little wishy-washy. But anyways, we're home now, and look what I found. A second skein of this Kobu pink, so I think we'll use that for the trim. I also found this. It's Caron Simply Soft, and I was thinking that since I wanted to add a hood to this, but I'm not gonna have enough of the original yarn, we could just do the hood in white with the pink trim, and I still think that it would look nice. Now, this is not like fluffy. Sorry if you can hear Paisley chewing on her bone. She always picks like the worst possible times to chew on her bone. That was kind of scary looking. You're a little scary, Paisley, with your teeth out like that. Anyways, this is not textured. Like, this has a little bit of fluff to it. This yarn does not. So I'm wondering if it's going to look out of place. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and start. No. Do I want to do a hood? I mean, I do. I want a hood on the sweater because I think, I don't know, I just feel like it should have a hood. In the pattern, it has a hood. I just think that it would look nice, so I kind of want to do one, but not if it's going to look like misplaced. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like if I use a different yarn for it, it's going to look like one of those shirts from like the early 2000s that was like a long sleeve shirt with a hood under a short sleeve shirt, but it was actually all one shirt. And the sleeve shirt normally had stripes that all of the kids were wearing in the early 2000s. I feel like it's going to kind of give that vibe where like the hood doesn't match the top layer of shirt. So I'm a little hesitant, but I guess we can start it. I don't know. It's not a priority for me. Right now, I'm going to get all of the ends weaved in. That definitely is priority. And then we'll see how we're feeling. I might set this aside and work on my axolotl Boba Buddy. I think that's probably what we're going to do so that I have more time to procrastinate and think on it. So, wish me luck weaving in all of these ends. It took a full hour, but dun 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 dun, all of the ends are weaved in, even inside the sleeves. The only ones that are still out are the tails that I'm going to have to weave into the bands. I am currently watching a podcast on the Pokemon Presents that just came out. Very hyped for the new game, which is not coming out for a long time, not till 2027. But I can wait for my Pokemans. Anyways, I'm going to set this aside for now and work on the axolotl body. Okay, I've done the body and my knuckles are starting to hurt, specifically my knuckles, not my wrists or my fingers or my forearms. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a shooting pain through my knuckles. And this is a first for me. I've never had this before. I think it's the yarn. So I'm going to try to power through this. Maybe that's a bad idea. But once I'm done with this, then that might be it for crochet tonight. It's already 11:30, so Ryan normally gets home around 2 a.m. and then we go to bed around 3:30 usually. So I might have to put a pause on crochet for the night, but that's okay because I've got plenty that I can do in terms of other business stuff. I can respond to emails, respond to YouTube comments, work on making the pattern look pretty and filling in any gaps that I have yet to fill in. So there's a lot that we can be done. That we can do, that can be done. It's weird because it's specifically my left hand knuckles that are hurting. And it's like my top knuckles, like those ones. Like, I don't know why, but oh well, we might just have to take a break tonight. It took about 45 minutes for me to do the base pattern. This one looks particularly fetal. I brought in some pink demi pearl here and I thought that it was brighter than it is. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I should go out and get like the more purpley pink demi pearl. I mean, this one definitely, the tone matches. I don't know. This is pretty axolotl-y, not gonna lie. We'll just use it because I have it in here. Also, I put this boba cup a little bit higher. On all the other ones, the straw is like down underneath their chin. But this one, I wanted it up a little bit higher, but it still sits just fine. So now I need to write the pattern for the tail as well as the little frills. Gills? Are they gills on an axolotl? I don't know axolotl anatomy. Do I look like a scientist to you? Actually, in my glasses, I'm a little nerdy. I did look it up. They are called gills. They are external gills on axolotls. But speaking of axolotls, look at who I finished. He's got like Albert Einstein hair going on. I also ran out of yarn to do the tail, so it's a little stubby. But look at how cute. Oh my gosh, he just fell over. It's actually the same tail pattern that I designed for the dinosaur, so I kind of cheated. But it's the same shape and everything anyway. So, yeah, here is my crazy-haired, crazy-gilled axolotl. It is now almost 1 a.m. Ryan should be on his way home from work very soon. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm going to make myself some Panera mac and cheese because it's my go-to now because I hate cooking. I'll cook for the baby, but for myself, I can't be trusted to nourish myself. Anyways, so I am going to set this aside. Tomorrow we'll have to go out to the studio and take their final glamour shots for the pattern listing, and we'll get that posted tomorrow. For right now, though, because my hands are still really hurting, I'm going to work on getting everything into the pattern, all the photos and everything situated. I kind of want to play Switch. I'm so excited for the new Pocopia game. I think that's how you say it. Pocopia. It's coming out, well, right now as I'm recording this, it's February 28th, I believe. It's coming out early March, first week of March. So I'm still like a week away from it, but I'm very excited for that game and I will be playing it a lot. But anyways, I just wanted to give you an update on my axolotl here. And let you know that you probably won't be seeing me for the rest of the night because I got to give my hands a little break. Anywho, oh, I got fluff on my sleeve. Anywho, have a great night and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Whoop, whoop. I get to hang out with both my besties all day, Ryan and Celeste. So it's going to be a good day tomorrow. Anyways, see you then. I lied. I'm crocheting in Nyx. Look, This yarn is a lot nicer on my hands and they don't hurt as much when I'm using it. And I've had these eyes sitting next to me and I really want to use them up, so we're making a nix. Here's the problem though. I only have this much yarn left and I still have the entire body and tail. Now I did something arguably stupid because I wanted to make this little dragon the same as my other camo Nyx the Dragon, where I did the wings also in camo, but I didn't realize how little of this yarn I had, so I should not have made the wings. I should have used all the camo on the body and then use like brown for the wings. But since the wings are already made, I have to figure out how I'm going to use up the rest of this. I'm thinking that I'm going to stripe it. So do like a couple of stripes of the brown and then the camo and then the brown and then the camo. I could either do that or I could just get as much done with the camo as I can and then switch to the brown so it'll look like he's dipped in chocolate fondue fountain. I don't know what's going to look better. I'm leaning toward doing the stripes. It's going to look a little weird either way, but I think that's going to look a little less weird. And no, I don't even have any more of this in my backup stash or out in the studio. So it's on my list to get some more of the next time I place a premiere order. This is the Chenille Basics tie-dye, by the way, in Cosmic Camo. I only purchased one skein because I normally don't like camo. So I was like, I'm not going to use this yarn, but I really actually love the way that it works up. So I do need to get some more. So it's on my list. I'll let you know when I'm finished how it looks. It's going to look wonky. Okay, it's actually not too bad. The tail is a little turd-like. Ryan said it doesn't look bad. So we're gonna trust Ryan. And I mean, there's nothing that I can do about it. Now, I can't get over these guys' little legs. Look at their little legs. They just send me. They're so stinking cute. Love this pattern. Did it all from memory, and I didn't even use a stitch marker. I just winged it, no pun intended. Ha ha. Anyways, this little Nyx is done. Ryan is home now, and we're gonna get ready for bed, but he still needs to shower. So I think while he is showering, Hi.
Hey.
I am going to start on some turtle flippers so that we can do the birthday turtle tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow's Saturday, and Sunday I film my This Week's Makes video, so we want to get the turtle done. And then that will be my quota for the week. I mean, if I get the sweater done, then great. If I don't get the sweater done, not the end of the world. I'll still probably show you guys like an update on it in Monday's video, but the turtle for sure, get that done tomorrow. And then also on Sunday, I'm finally, you guys have been asking for it, going to film the shed tour video. I've been putting it off because I've been waiting on like some finishing touches. In fact, the last thing that I needed to do before I film that is paint the door. So tomorrow we need to go out, slap some paint on the door. That shouldn't take too long because it's just going to be one coat. Well, I hope that one coat covers up the paint that's on there. We'll see, maybe 2 coats. But that hopefully shouldn't take long, and then let that dry overnight. And then Sunday we'll be ready to film both of those videos. So that will be great. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the head and flippers of the turtle. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm using Parfait Chunky in my 5mm hook. And look at how tiny this flipper is. It's so little. Oh no. I feel like I should use a bigger yarn, but then we don't get to use the fun rainbow yarn up there. And that was the whole point of me making this pattern. But it's so little. Oh, this pattern takes me like a little over an hour normally to do. and I don't know if it's gonna be worth it for it coming out this small. I know, like, when I wrote this pattern, I just realized that this entire vlog is just me doing my own patterns. That wasn't intended, just based on the yarn that I have. But anyways, when I made the pattern, I made two turtles. One of them I made out of Fluffy Flux, which turned out like a really good size. Like, it was bigger than my palm. I would say it was bigger than like your standard sea turtle. And then the second one that I made was out of Parfait Chunky XL, which was a nightmare to work with, but it turned out gigantic. This is the first one that I've made in Parfait Chunky, and it's so little. So maybe it'll be cute, but I normally sell these for a $55 price. And I sell every time I bring one to market, it sells, because it's always somebody's birthday and they're always looking for gifts for others or for themselves. I don't know that I'm going to be able to put a $55 price on this, but we'll see once it is done. I have one more flipper to go, and then I'm done with the flippers. Tomorrow, we're also going to need to grab some eyes for it. I'd like to get the head done tonight. It's almost 3 a.m., so I do want to go to bed, but I'm going to finish the last flipper and then get the head done, just not stuffed and closed off, because I need to know what size eyes I need. In the past, I've used 30 millimeter on them, but I think I'm going to need like 12. I don't know. We'll see. Look at how tiny this head is. I don't think I've ever made a turtle this small before. I mean, I hardly ever use a 5 millimeter hook, and when I do, it's only with like worsted weight yarns. I mean, I could have sized up to a 5.5 for the Parfait Chunky, but would it really have made that big of a difference? This thing is going to be so itty bitty, and I do think that that's going to add a bit of like charm and cuteness to it. But am I going to be able to get the same price for it that I normally charge? Probably not, because a $55 price on a head this big, that's like high-end escort expensive. So we shall see. I just took a break from my turtle, though, to start downloading Pocopia, even though it's not out for a few days, but I'm just so hyped that we had to get it already. Okay, I finished the body. This is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a hacky sack right now without the head on it. Now, on this pattern, the back flippers are smaller than the front flippers, and then the body is specifically extra large because it's supposed to be a cake, which right now it looks like a hacky sack and not a cake, but it will once we get the frosting on it. However, I don't know how I feel about this yarn. It looks a lot different than what I thought it would look like. I don't know. I feel like it was going to be brighter than it actually is. Also, I don't really like how the top of it kind of looks like a nipple, because it's just like orangey peach on top. I don't know. I would have rather it been like the yellow on top. Also, it's a little holey down there. I gotta sew that up. But anyways, I feel like it's turning out a decent size compared to what I thought it would with the, when I just did the head and the flippers. I'm not even going to bother holding the head up to it right now because it's not stuffed or anything. I have a little bit of this yarn left. I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave it in the house. We can make a Nyx the Dragon out of this, because I think that this yarn and the way that it stripes would lend well to a little dragon. And I think this is just enough yarn to use on that. So we'll throw that over to the side here and use that up tomorrow. My hands feel a little nasty from using this yarn, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's like, it's not super starchy, but I don't know how to explain it. It just, my sensory issues don't like it. That's all I can say, really. It looks okay. I do think that going with the purple was a good choice. However, it is like the exact same color purple as what is in there. And I remember saying that I would like a complementary color, but it's okay because the way that the color variant landed, where the purple row just happened to be the row where I was attaching the flippers, it kind of looks like really intentional, even though they are two completely different yarns. I was going to use some of that white fluffy flex to do the frosting, but this yarn is just way too thin for me to use that fluffy flex. It would look ridiculous. So tomorrow when I'm outside looking for eyes, I'm going to see if I have any Parfait Chunky pom-pom in white. I know that I have a little bit in black. But if I have pom-pom in white, it's going to give like that same look that the fluffy flex would with the little speckles in it, but it's going to be an appropriate size. So if I don't have the white pom-pom, I think we're just going to go Parfait Chunky white or cream, whatever I have. Or I guess we could use like Baby Bear or Posh. I feel like for the stuffing though, we should go fluffy. So we'll take a look tomorrow and see. It is after 4 o'clock in the morning, so I have got to go to bed to wake up tomorrow. And we have a full day ahead tomorrow of just weekend chores and errands and everything like that. So good night, and I will see you in the morning. Well, good morning. What an absolutely gorgeous day today. It's like 68 degrees, completely sunny, completely blue sky, beautiful. I think we're going to take Celeste to the park in a little bit, but I wanted to pop out here and do the first coat of paint on the door because if we're gonna need multiple, I want it to have time to dry in between, so that's what we're doing right now. Oh, I just realized I forgot to bring out the axolotl. We gotta go get him so that I can take their photos for the pattern test. There we go. The gang's all here. I love them. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll get the photo stuff set up in a minute. Let's paint first. It looks pretty good. There are a couple of spots like on those little dots that it didn't cover, and then kind of on the hearts as well. But I'm gonna let this coat dry and then we'll check it and do another coat if we need to. But for right now, I need to set up my photo stuff and get all these pretty little critters taken photos of. Second coat is on. Photos are done. We are going to, well, first go inside and rinse these and then take Celeste to the park since it's such a beautiful day out. And then after nap time, we are going to go to the city to run some errands. We got to go to Sam's Club, get some paper towels and stuff. So I will probably bring along her sweater as a whip because that's easy for me to do in the car. I don't need like stuffing or anything. So that is the plan for this afternoon. That was a lot of fun. She had an absolute blast at the park. We made sure to cover her little scar on her head. But she is doing perfectly fine. If you are wondering how she's been since her ER visit, yeah, she's good. Okay, so I am out here grabbing some eyes for the birthday turtle, and I thought that these would be fun, these little glitter discs, because they have a bunch of colors in them, and these are 18 millimeters, so I think that those will work perfectly. And then we also wanted to check for white pom-pom. Oh, I do have it. Oh, wait, no, I don't. That's Fluffy Flex. Darn it. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go with white Parfait Chunky then. Or maybe cream. Would cream look better? It might. Okay, let's go with this cream Parfait Chunky. Actually, I lied. Oh, wait, I do have it. Oh, it's just over here. Oh, never mind. Well, I was going to say I would prefer actually to use the Juicy Couture yarn because this Parfait Chunky, it's almost has like a green tint. It's not like true cream. Do you see the green in it versus like a true cream color? But doesn't matter because I forgot that I do have this. So that is perfect. We'll use that. Okay, pattern test for the Boba Buddies is posted. Now, while baby's sleeping, I am going to get back to work on the turtle. Hopefully we'll get it finished. And then I need to put on my adult clothes and comb my hair. And then get ready to go run some errands. Bum ba da dum. She's all done. Look at how cute it turned out. So the hat isn't in the pattern, but I just added a hat because I thought that it needed a little bit more yellow. Also, these eyes were a good choice. Look at how fun those are. So yeah, the head and the flippers on this pattern are tiny because the cake is kind of like the meat and potatoes, if you will, of the pattern. So all in all, like it came out bigger than what I thought that it would, but it's still not nearly as big. This is probably half the size of the others that I normally have on my table. I'm still going to try the same price on it because it did take me just as long. It actually took me a little bit longer because I added some frosting around the bottom too. Normally in this pattern, I do like a line of frosting through the center of the cake body, but I didn't have the white in here to do that as I was making the shell last night. So I didn't do that. And then I just felt like it needed something down lower. So that is why I did the frosting along the bottom. But I think that it turned out absolutely adorable. I have a little bit of this yarn left. So I'm going to go ahead and whip out a Nyx the Dragon since that'll only take me like 25 minutes. Ryan is taking a nap over there if you can hear him snoring. So I'm going to do that and then get ready to go, I guess. Since we are going out to the city, I might request to my driver, who is snoring over there, that we... He just laughed. You heard me? I thought you were asleep. I might request to my chauffeur that we stop at Michael's so that I can see if they have any more of the yarn for her sweater in just a single cake, because I know that I can get some more of that pastel yarn. That's not a problem. But the Caron Colorama in the cream color, I had to order on Amazon and I could only find it in a 2-pack. But if I'm able to find it at Michael's in like just by itself, then I'm going to go ahead and get it. So that way I can just use the same yarn for the hood as well as the banding. But I don't know. It's a little doubtful that I'm going to be able to find that. Or maybe we could find like a ombre, because I do know that they have ombre cakes there. There's a purple one that's really pretty. There is a blue one which would match the sweater nicely. So we'll bring the sweater with us and take a look at Michael's and see if they have anything that we can use. But in the meantime, I'm going to whip out a Nyx. Okay, so I finished the body. Looks pretty cool. He's got like a little lipstick, a little yellow lipstick there. Also, I used the really cool blue glass eyes on him. I thought that they were fitting. Ryan's snoring is getting louder. Okay, so I have a little bit of this yarn left, and I'm deciding if it is enough to do the wings. I think I'm going to try it. I mean, the wings only take me 2 minutes to do each, so if I need to frog it out, I can. It's not the end of the world. I think one is going to end up being full yellow, and then one's going to end up being full pink, which is fine because where the color changes are on the body, we don't have any pink or yellow right there in the center, so I think it'll be a nice little pop of extra color there. He turned out not that much smaller than my normal dragons that I make with a 6.5mm hook and like chenille brights or burnout blanket, even though I'm using a 5mm hook and this really thin yarn bee yarn. So we'll see if I have enough to do the wings. Okay, I had enough to finish one wing, and I'm 1.5 rows short on the second wing, plus like the closing slip stitches. So since there's yellow in this wing, I think I'm just gonna grab that Naughty Pony that I have in here that I used for the turtle hat and finish this up. The Naughty Pony yarn is much brighter yellow than this, but I still think that it'll go. He turned out really cute. He is really tiny. I think I'm gonna name him Peanut because he's just a little like peanut that just fits in your hand so nice. That one wing looks like it was charred. That one is like Happy Sunshine, and then that one's like like the dark pink and the deeper yellow, but it all worked out in the end. I feel like I should have used an even smaller hook with this, honestly, but that does mean that we used up the entire skein of this Happy-licious yarn from Hobby Lobby. So we got it and used it up within like a week, which is really great. So we make room for new yarn, and we're gonna go to Michael's, so who knows what we're gonna pick up. We made it to Sam's 15 minutes before they closed, but we have to come here because I get my bubble wrap for packing cereal bowl orders here. I did forget Celeste's sweater, so I wasn't able to work on it in the car, but I was looking online at Michael's, and it looks like they do have Caron latte cakes available in store near us. I know, I saw the golden doodle statue. It's so cute. But anyways, it looks like they do have that in the cream color. So although the latte cakes are different than the Colorama, it seems to be a little bit more fluffy, like have more little strands sticking off of it. Oh, Celeste found a little camper chair. Do you like that? She just popped a squat right there in the chair. Oh, we're gonna try all of them now. Anyway, so they have that in store at the location that we're going to. So that's perfect. And their yarn is still buy one, get one 50% off. So I should be able to hopefully just get one skein of the cream Caron and then one skein of the pastel. And then we can do the entire hood and the banding all in the same yarn. And then that will avert the crisis that I've been having. If you couldn't tell, I've been having a hard time making up my mind what I want to do because I'm very proud of how the sweaters come out and I don't want to ruin it by making the wrong choice. So this has just been like my overthinking brain trying to decide what is like the lesser of the evils in my mind. But if we can get our grubby paws on some of that Caron yarn, then that will be the best case scenario. And then I'm going to be super happy with how it comes out. Okay, we're getting her a little rainbow chair for the porch so that she can sit outside on the porch with us. You like it? Do you want that one?
No.
Let's do baby fit check. We've got a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt, some nice pumpkin spice colored pants, some little ruffly red socks, moccasins, and of course a little matching red bow. Carrying that for us. See, this is why you have kids, because it's free labor. Or you're going the wrong way. We gotta leave the store. They're gonna close. Oh, roll it. Good idea. Welcome to Mike's. Let's hope that they have this yarn in stock and online isn't lying. I also wonder if this store has some of the new yarn. They had it at a different location where I filmed the new Michael's yarn video. Oh yes, they do. Look, they have a whole little center section too. I'm at the Greenwood location. If you're a Hoosier and want to check it out, they have it here. Ooh. Love all the pastels on the top here of the Posh and Baby Bird. I almost just said Baby Bird. Baby a Bear. Oh my gosh, a Sabrina Carpenter crochet kit and Chapel Roan and Aubrey Hepburn. I just called her Aubrey Hepburn. Oh my gosh, that's a D, Katie. Audrey Hepburn. What is wrong with me? Well, a lot of things. But in this moment, what is wrong with me? Okay, I would imagine that this is where the latte cakes are going to be that I need. That is a really fun color. Macchiato cakes. Oh my goodness, I apparently can't talk right now. Glowing grapefruit. That is a super fun color. That's just like acrylic yarn though with a little bit of fuzziness to it. So here are the cloud cakes, and I feel like worst case scenario, we could use this. It's coming off more red on camera, but in person it's more pink. The color is, where is it? Coral, and it's very, very soft. Okay, so that's a maybe. There's also, no, that one's too dark. That one's like orange. They only have one skein of that, or one cake of it. So here's what the latte cakes look like. See how they're a lot fluffier? I think that it's okay though for the hood. Oh, perfect. Here's the cream color. So the hood is going to be fluffy, but I'll also use this for the trim around it. And I think that it'll bring it all together. Plus, you know, it'll look extra cozy. It almost looks like it would be scratchy, but it's not. It is incredibly soft. Very nice to finger. Highly recommend. Well, yarn is buy one get one 50% off right now, but I truly do not need any more yarn. You guys have seen how full my cabinets are. Ooh, I don't have this color in demi pearl. Actually, I've never seen this one in person. This one is Tibetan red. I do really enjoy the demi pearl. Ooh, is this a new color of fluffy? Super fluffy, Ryan's favorite yarn. Aqua. It is very, very nice. This one's Ryan's favorite yarn though. That he did buy yarn for to make a, as I call them, Nashville Sabertooth. I think they're actually called the Predators. Blanket for the hockey team, but he has not gotten past like the second row. Look, I can't talk. I have a lot of whips as well, but I'm generally pretty good about not having like starting too many things before I finish others. This is kind of soft, kind of not, but the color was interesting to me. It's called Teal Dreams. That would be really pretty for like octos, any sort of sea creature. That would be pretty as a mermaid tail, actually. That soft. Let me just grope all of these. These are all soft. That one's okay. That one is not okay. That one is good. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. Holy moly. Deep fuchsia. That is a beautiful color. I really like that. In fact, wait, this is similar. Okay, it's kind of similar to this demi pearl color. I made a few Nyx the Dragons a few weeks ago in this demi pearl color, and so many people said how much you guys loved it. This yarn reminds me of that, but it is a little bit deeper, a little darker in tone. Yeah, I really don't need any yarn as much as I would love to buy more yarn. We're just going to get what we're here for. Pats on the back, snaps for Katie for only getting what she needs. Oh, here's all of that flex yarn. See, look at all the fun colors. Aren't they nice? Okay, but I do need one of these. Oh wait, that's not the one that I use. That one has yellow in it. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. This is the Blush Sky Blue and Mint in the soft ombre. Is this the skein that we want? I think it looks good. No factory knots on the outside. Or do we want to get one back here that hasn't been touched by the public as much? We'll go with this one. Oh, that pink and purple is really pretty. That would have also made a great sweater. And every time too, I mention this yarn. This is what I made her other sweater out of. I did the little baubles on that out of this Facets yarn. in the color number 44. But honestly, you cannot go wrong with any of these colors. Look at how beautiful they are. They're just so like rich. Like, I'm normally not a jewel tone kind of girl. You guys know me. I am mostly drawn to softer pastel tones, but this is so gorgeous. Actually, it's funny that I say that because in my home decor outside of my office, I am drawn to jewel tones. Like, every room in our house is painted like some sort of like deep teal. Like, have you guys seen my peacock bathroom? I'll show you my peacock bathroom later. But it's like a deep teal. But in yarn, I don't know, I typically like the lighter colors, but these are all like, oh, just so rich and beautiful. Love the little sparkles in that one. These are stunning. Look at that one. It looks like Sunset Shimmer's hair in My Little Pony. Oh, should I get some Feels Like Bliss? You guys know how much I hate working with Feels Like Bliss, but it's so beautiful. I want to make, oh, should I make a little Nyx the Dragon out of this? That would be so stinking cute. Or one of the Boba Buddies, like the mouse in the soft pink. Oh, it's so nice. I love this periwinkle color. What is this called? Sky. It's more blue than periwinkle, but it definitely has a purple hue to it. This, however, I do not like. Ooh, the Dream feels like a dream. It feels like a used cotton ball, in my opinion. I don't like that one, but Feels Like Bliss is nice. It's just so slippery and stretchy. It's so difficult to work with. We'll do a little fit check. Ooh. These pants are from Hot Topic. They look like they're quilted, but they're not. They have skulls and stuff on them. They're a little spooky, but they're celestial, so I like them. My shirt is from Torrid. It's very wrinkly. I look like I just rolled out of bed, but that's kind of my MO. And of course, no fit check is complete without the Crocs. Let's do a little pop it, lock it, drop it. Oh, my knees. So I have the yarns that I came for. While I'm here, I'm taking a look at the glitter. Their glitter here is really expensive, but I do enjoy looking at shiny things. Maybe we can find some things to use in some safety eyes. Look at these little breast cancer awareness ones. Oh, those are so beautiful. Ooh, the hearts are fun. Are these glow in the dark? They kind of look like they might glow. Oh, those hearts would be cute in eyes. Okay, that's a maybe. There's also little red hearts or red, white, and pink hearts. Wow, I wish I would have gotten these before Valentine's Day, but really dropped the ball on that one. Ooh, Ryan would like these. Of course, they're bright yellow little flowers. Those are pretty. Ooh, the butterflies. These would be good for Rainbow Dash inspired eyes with the little lightning bolts. Those are actually really cool. Wait, I kind of like those. Or like Harry Potter, I guess. We've got some crowns. Those are way too big to fit into eyes. Oh, hey, they're playing the song that I always sing and don't know the words to. We've got some snowflakes. I do have some snowflake stickers, so I don't think I need those. Oh my gosh, are these little flamingos? They are. They're little flamingos. Okay. Oh, the bows. Oh, I like the bows too. Okay, I think we're just gonna get the these little hearts. I think that I can make some really pretty eyes out of those. Although there are a lot of really great options. The little rainbows. Oh, those are cute. These are like those erasers that we get at the Scholastic Book Fair. You know, like they were just long tubular erasers, and then you could use like an X-Acto knife and cut off the ends of them. That's exactly what these are. And I do enjoy putting these into eyes a lot more than some other things. Like these, the little hearts, those are hard to get into eyes. These, though, are a lot easier because the tweezers pick them up nicer. There's some little cacti. Some of these are so niche. Okay, wait, those might be cute for like an at the beach set of eyes. I just think that those shells might be too big unless I put them on like huge eyes. Here's a bunch of little itty bitty butterflies. Gosh, there's so many options. I'm overwhelmed. There's dog bones, I'm going to assume, but I mean, with some scissors, I could turn those into something else. Yeah, I think we'll just go with the coral little pink hearts. Let's be on our way. Where did my spouse and my child go? I had a $10 reward, so that was only like 13 bucks. Nice. Hey, Glenda, it's me. Everyone deserves a chance to fly. It's time flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. A wizard that there is or was. Okay, so this is the old Colorama yarn. This is the new latte cakes that we just got. And as you can see, the old yarn is more white. This is more like buttercreamy yellow. So it's not going to match exactly, but I'm hoping that once it's mixed with the pastel yarn, it won't be super noticeable. Fingers crossed. Okay, I took a shower, washed my hair. It was hair washing day, which was much needed because my hair was like 95% dry shampoo. I don't know about this, you guys. It's yellow. It has very much so a yellow hue, which the rest of the sweater does not, and it kind of makes it look like dirty, and I kind of hate it. I don't know. Ryan, what do you think?
It doesn't look yellow to me.
It doesn't?
No.
Does it look off compared to the rest of the sweater?
No. No.
Ignore the show in the background. I just turned the TV on and this is what was on. You can't see the yellow? Are you colorblind?
I don't know. I'm not in a good spot here. Come over.
I've only done 2 rows.
Okay, yeah, I see the yellow.
Is it bad?
No.
It's not bad. You're not lying to me?
I don't think so.
So we keep going?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna trust him.
Well, don't do that. I'm always wrong.
That was the agreement we made in our vows. Unless when I ask for your opinion, then you're right. I don't know. I was just reading the comments from the last vlog where I started this sweater, which was weeks ago now for you, but it just came out and a lot of you guys are saying go with the green trim. So I think I'm going to change my mind again. I think we'll do the hood in this like cream color and just get over it. And then we'll do all of the trim in the green and hope that it looks okay. Hopefully in a few years from now, when I look back at it, it's not going to bother me. For right now, it bothers me though. Also, just a note for you, if you're interested in using this latte cakes, the latte cake is a lot slipperier of a yarn than the Colorama Halo was. The Halo was nicer to work with, in my opinion. The latte cakes is very soft. It's just as soft. It's just slippery. So if you are prone to hand pain, then maybe steer clear of the latte cakes because I have a feeling that it would probably trigger some hand pain for you because of, you know, just how slippery it is. But I mean, worked up, you can see it's very fluffy And it is nice and soft. So I'll keep going on this. You know what? I'm not that far. Should I do a different type of stitch for the hood? Or should I just stick with the double crochet? Because like I said the other night, in the pattern, it says to do a herringbone stitch. And I just changed it to a double crochet for ease. So should I do a herringbone? It's going to take me longer. Nah, I'll just stick with the double crochet just for ease, especially if I hate it and I decide to rip it out, then it's not like too much work gone, you know? It's just double crochets. Like those are easy to repeat. Ryan and I are watching this documentary on Fire Festival. I'm on the side of YouTube about like failed conventions. Hi, Jovi. He is working on a cat, loaf cat, right? I have Jovi here, of course, demanding pets. So I have done, I think, the whole hood. This looks really big to me, but I've done 15 rows. The pattern says to do 20, and I feel like that's going to be giant. I don't know. I'm trying to picture her little pudgy face in there, and I feel like this is about the right size, so I have to sew the top closed and then it'll open. Oh my gosh, I can't get it to open. Hopefully you get the idea. It opens like that. Like that. I'm going to do one more row for good measure, but I'm not going to go 20. We'll do 16 rows. Also, because this is much shorter, it's not like color changing like the actual sweater did. Also, the color looks a lot more muted against the cream than it does against the white, but it's fine. Also, there was, just like the last skein of this, of the pastel, there was a knot after the very first section, so maybe that's normal, but it started blue and then there was a factory knot and just automatically changed to pink, so there's no like slow gradient like there is on the rest of the sweater, but that's exactly how the first skein was that I worked with, so I don't know if that's just standard or what. I didn't do the strawberries on the hood. I didn't think that they needed it. So we'll do one more row of this and then we'll start with the banding all the way around, and we are going to for sure go with the green. You guys talked me into it. Hopefully it's not a mistake. Hopefully you guys don't lead me astray. You would never do that, right? So I followed the directions for the sleeve, but I feel like even with the amount of decreases that I did, well, wait, let me rephrase. I did not follow the direction for the sleeve because they said do 4 double crochets and then skip one and then 4 and then skip one because that helps decrease it. And I'm like, but why aren't we just doing a decrease? I don't see how that's different. You're just going to have loose stitches, which I don't like that. So I did 4 decrease, 4 decrease, but I still feel like it's really large. So I'm going to rip this out, and I think I'm going to do 2 and then a decrease all the way around, and then we'll see how that looks. It's now after 3 a.m. I've been working on just the banding for over 2 hours now. But I finished both of the sleeves. I did do the 2 double crochet decrease like I said I was. And this definitely looks like it's going to fit her. And it has some stretch to it too. So it shouldn't be too hard to get over her little pudgy hands. Like the other sweater that I made, it like the bands ended up being really small because I felt like the sleeves were too big, so I decreased a lot on the bands, and they fit her wrists really good, but it's hard to get them over her hands. So these have some more stretch to them because of the front post back post double crochet, and not only that, but I think that they are bigger. I'm working on the bottom band right now. It is taking forever because this is just not a fast stitch to do, front post, back post, but I will say, you guys, good call on the green. I think it looks really cute. I just realized that, well, first of all, there's no way I'm going to finish this tonight because, I mean, it's taken me 2 hours just to do the arms and this much, and then the biggest piece is going to be all the way around the hood and down. and doing like 6 rows of that. That's going to take a while. But even if I did have the time to do it, I wouldn't really be able to because I don't know what buttons I'm going to use yet. And without the buttons, I don't know how big to make the button holes. So I wish I would have remembered while we were out in the city today, because I could have gotten buttons at Michael's. I didn't even look. Hobby Lobby would be the place to get buttons because they always have a really good deal. I think buttons are like always 50% off at Hobby Lobby, but they were closed by the time we got there, so I wouldn't have been able to go anyways. I can take a look at Walmart the next time that I'm there, probably sometime this week. I doubt that they're going to have anything. I do have a handful of buttons, but I think I mainly only have darker colors. Like I know that I have black, but black definitely won't work for this. I might have some little pink ones, but they're probably really tiny, but they look like little flowers. And then I think I might have some like pearlescent ones that are like an off-white, which might work, but I only have 2 or 3 of those. And this sweater is going to need, I think, at least 5 probably, maybe, I don't know. But we need to check out the button collection tomorrow and see what we're working with. But tomorrow is filming day, so I'm going to head to bed in just a minute here. And first thing tomorrow, get ready so that I can film my office tour, my new office tour, finally getting that filmed, do my this week's makes, and then tomorrow evening get back to work on this, I guess. And then it's going to be a new week of crochet for me, so we got to figure out what we're crocheting next. I don't really have any ideas. Well, actually I have one idea. In the last vlog I mentioned doing a hornet from Hollow Knight and Silk Song. Maybe we'll do that. Perhaps. I don't know. I still have the yarn in here from it. Still in my Joann's basket there. We'll see. But for right now, I'm going to leave you and say goodnight. And I will see you sometime tomorrow. Well, hey there. Good morning. I'm in the shed today because I need to get everything prepared to film the tour. So we're going to clean up. I need to vacuum the carpet and just generally organize everything and put everything away. First, we gotta turn the lights on though. All right, many hours later, I'm done filming both of those videos. It is almost dinner time, so we gotta go figure out what we're doing for dinner, wake up Celeste from her nap. And I don't really know what the plan is tonight. I need to edit my video, obviously, because that goes live tomorrow. But I don't know. I'm kind of talked out tonight, so I don't know that I'm going to vlog anymore. So you can tell I'm kind of losing my voice from all the talking. So I think I'm just not going to pick the camera up tonight, and I'll fill you in tomorrow if I do end up crocheting anything. But I need to edit this video first. That's the most important thing. It took about 5.5 hours, but all of these orders are packed. I still need to make labels for all of them, but we really take our time packing the cereal bowls because they are breakable. This is a lot of my week. It is making bowls and packing them. It is now about 9:30 p.m. I look like a raccoon from taking off my makeup, but I have been working on editing this video for like the past hour and a half. I'm at 54 minutes out of an hour 21, so I still have probably another hour and a half of editing to go. Probably less than that. Usually this week's makes I don't have to edit as heavily, but my new computer is wanting to lag. Look, I'm getting the spinning wheel of death constantly. You see that little spinny? I don't know why, but literally every single time I try to move something on my timeline on iMovie, I get the spinning wheel. So I might need to try to restart the computer and see if that fixes it. Come on now, it's a brand new computer. So I don't know, something's going on. We'll try rebooting it. After I'm done editing this video, then I need to edit the podcast. So I think while I'm editing, Ryan's going to start packing bowl orders. And then once I'm done with the videos, then I'll jump in and help finish packing. But tonight, I don't think we're going to get to any sort of crochet. Later this week, I would like to go to our little, there's a called Tree City Stitches. It's a sweet little quilting shop in our hometown in the square, and they're closed on Sunday and Monday, so of course they're closed tomorrow. But later this week I'd like to go, and I think that might be a good place to find some buttons for the sweater. So I think we're gonna go take a look for those, because I can't finish the sweater until we have the buttons. And I did look out in my stuff, and I did not have any buttons that were suitable. Either they were too small or didn't match, or I didn't have enough of them. So we need to go purchase some. I think I'm going to say goodnight to you right here, because there's not going to be that much exciting things happening between editing and packing orders. So I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll check in with you sometime tomorrow. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's currently about 3 p.m. the next day since the last clip. We had a very busy morning, but just got back from dropping Celeste off at my mom's. Like I mentioned, she's having surgery tomorrow. So she's spending her last day of freedom before recovery with the baby. She requested that. So they're hanging out right now. We just got home, and I'm trying to decide what I want to crochet, because I'm feeling a little bit of burnout, you guys, not gonna lie. I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning last night, just editing from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. editing videos, editing the podcast, editing this week's makes, editing the studio tour, and I'm still not done yet. I still have more editing to do today, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little burnt out right now. I don't know what I want to crochet. I just recently bought a pattern for a fisherman shark, which is adorable. And so that's kind of giving me like a little bit of inspiration to want to crochet. So I think we'll go ahead and grab yarn for that. So he's like a little standing up shark who's wearing like yellow waders. So what kind of yellow do I want to do? I guess we'll go with this like sunshine yellow. There's a pink imposter fluff on it. I don't know. It kind of looks dirty. Like, look at it compared to this yellow from Chenille Brights. I don't know. It looks kind of, oh, there they are next to each other. It looks a little dingy and dirty, but honestly, I feel like for this project specifically, it works. So we will grab some of that. I do need some more gray. Honestly, all I want to do is make little dragons. But I feel like you guys are going to get burnt out on watching me make dragons, so we're not going to do that this week. Well, more than what we already have. Okay, so we need gray, and then I have a little bit of white in the house, but I am almost out of my white. Do I have, I don't think I have another skein of Bernat Blanket white. Ooh, I got to pick some of that up. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and use this Sweet Snuggles Light / Chenille Home Slim up. It's very, very soft. It's just, I normally don't use it anymore. I much prefer Bernat because that stuff sheds like crazy. Okay, also, I need to bring in some more black into the house. Let's see, we've got Elise Voluto. We can bring that in. Let's bring in 2 skeins since these are small. I also recently bought 2 other patterns. One of them is for like a little toothless snuggler dragon. It's like very, very tiny. So I'm going to grab some eyes for that. I'm thinking 20 or 25 millimeter. So we'll grab I kind of want to do two. I want to do one Light Fury and one Toothless. Maybe more, depending on how quick the pattern is. It looks like it will be fairly quick. So we'll grab some eyes. Let's see. Well, I do have color discs. Can I use 20s? Yeah, let's go 20s. So Toothless has green eyes. I mean, I could paint eyes, but I don't really want to get everything out right now. That's kind of a whole project. If I'm going to paint eyes, I got to like sit down and do it, you know? Do a couple pairs so I'm not getting everything out and cleaning everything up for one singular pair. Okay, so blue and green color discs. We'll just bring in 2 pairs of eyes for right now. And if we really like the pattern, then we can always come back and get more eyes to do more of the little dragons. And then the other pattern that I just bought this morning actually is from Zootopia, A Little Nick and Judy. I know people are like wary of copyrighted things right now, but it brings me joy. So I want to make them. Ryan loves Zootopia, so maybe we'll give them to Ryan. So what colors do I need for that? I got to look at my phone. I know I'm going to need orange for Nick. Should I use demi pearl so that they come out a little bit bigger? That might be a thought. If I have enough colors for demi pearl. Okay, I gotta look at the pattern and see what colors I need, which is on my phone, so I gotta stop recording. Lots of yarn here, but I think I grabbed all of the colors that I need to do Nick and Judy. Nick is very bright. I was contemplating if we wanted to do more like a burnt or like a rusty orange, or maybe even like this mystical. But I don't know. His vibe is very like summery, you know, Tommy Bahama kind of. I felt like the bright orange was appropriate for him. So we think we got all the colors. Let's head inside. Okay, it is now 6 o'clock and I've done nothing for the past like 3 hours except for edit. But hallelujah, I am all caught up on my editing schedule. So, except for this video that you're watching right now, everything up until right now has been edited and is uploaded to YouTube and ready to be posted when the schedule says that they get posted. So that is a huge weight off. Tonight, I need to finish packing those bowls, but I think for right now, I'm going to take advantage of my alone time and work on some crochet because it's already like Monday night and I've done no crochet yet. And that's not good because I always get worried that I'm not going to have enough to show you guys in this week's Makes video. And on Thursday, Pokopia comes out. So I'm just going to want to play Switch and not crochet at all. So I have got to get to step in here. So I've got my gray and white and yellow yarn over here. So we're going to start with the shark. This thing is already so goofy looking. I know you guys are probably so confused about this right now without having seen the pattern, but oh my goodness, I love it already. I feel like I put the eyes a little too low and a little too close together because I got to do the belly patch and I'm thinking the belly patch might be a little bit too wide, so I might need to modify it a little bit. I tried pulling the eyes out and then I would just embroider them. Hi, girls. And then I would just embroider them, but I really put them in there good and I cannot get them out or get the backs off of them. So I guess that's a good thing, but we might need to modify the belly patch. Can I help you two? We're awaiting their grooming appointment, so they look very scruffy right now. Also, I turned on the blue purple flames on the... There's a baby bottle under the fireplace. Turn on the blue purple flames because it's very gloomy outside today. And I feel like I needed some like coziness. So I turned on the fireplace. I'm wearing my wearable blanket. I got my crochet. I got my Nintendo tubers on. My girls. I do miss my baby. But it is nice to have some quiet time. If you're a mom, you know. You know. It's like that juxtaposition the paradox of parenting, where you want a moment alone, but then you miss them when they're gone. That's how I'm feeling right now. But I only have like 2 more hours, so I'm trying to make the most of it. So I'm using Sweet Snuggles Light for the white. And look at this, you guys. It just slips off the string. Like I barely pulled it when I started the chain, and it's just like dangling on by this one thin little string. I didn't think through the fact that I have to sew this entire piece on. This is going to be an actual nightmare. I'm going to tie the ends in a knot, and that's going to help the fluff from coming off the end of the string, but that doesn't fix it from like right, can you see it right there? The fluff is still going to be like pushed around on the string. So this is going to be a nightmare to sew. Wish me luck. I didn't get far. I got like 5 stitches sewn before it just like completely got to the point where I couldn't even pull it through anymore because all of this yarn, fluff rather, was getting just pushed up onto itself. So I think we'll switch over to Bernat white. I mean, it's just white yarn, so it should blend in fine. We'll try that. I'm watching Heather and Robin's live. Finished the fins, the dorsal fin and the, what are these called? Proctoral fins, right? That's right, I know things. Look at how cute it is. So now I need to do the waders, I guess we could call them, in yellow. I did sew his belly on a little bit crooked, but that's okay. This has taken me a long time. It's been about 2 hours. It's almost 8 o'clock, I think. And I have not been fully like focused on this. I did take a break, or a few breaks actually, to work on some YouTube stuff in between there, but I still feel like it's taking me a really long time. Also, you know what I was thinking? Because this has been a lot of work, I kind of don't want to sell it, but I also don't like sharks, although this guy's very cute. I'm thinking that I'm going to actually take this to the crochet retreat that I'm going on next weekend with Stacy Makes and Cozy Buckeye and a bunch of other amazingly talented crocheters and YouTubers. And we're doing a white elephant gift exchange where everybody brings a small crochet plushie. And then if you've ever done like a white elephant or Nasty Christmas, sometimes it's called, there's a bunch of different names for it, but it's like a gift exchange. I was thinking about bringing this little guy. I definitely don't feel like anybody else is going to have made it because it's a very niche pattern and he's just a silly, goofy little guy. And then that way I'll feel a little bit better about putting so many hours of work into it when I know that it's going to go to, you know, somebody else that is like a friend of mine. I don't know. Anyways, let's do his pants. His dungarees, as you Australians would call them. Speaking of the retreat, actually, I need to pack some yarn and figure out what it is that I'm going to bring with me to make during the retreat. But that whole thing is going to be in a different vlog because we are nearing the end of this video because it's already been a long time. And hopefully you're nearing the end of your project. Look at what I finished. It's so goofy. Look at him. He's so portly. So I made the fish a little dangly. Really gives him a little character. He's supposed to have a fishing pole, but I need wire for that. And I have wire outside, so maybe I'll get some. But I think he turned out very cute. I do feel like his overalls are missing something, so I'm contemplating either putting like a little embroidered fish on it, or what else could I do? Maybe some waves. I don't know how difficult or easy that's going to be to embroider. Let me see what I can do. Okay, this is as best as we could do, and I did embroider it where we can still remove the dungarees, and I think he looks pretty darn cute. So we'll do the fishing pole probably tomorrow. I need to leave in about 10 minutes to go meet my mom to do the child exchange. Sounds so wrong. To go pick up Celeste. And then tonight when we get home, what do we want to do? I might start on the band, the front band on the sweater, and get as much of it done as I can until I get to the buttons section. Either that, or we'll start on one of the little mini toothless / light fury snugglers. I'm debating on whether or not I want to use that chenille home slim. I got that before they revamped it, and it is incredibly soft, like one of the softest skeins of yarn I've ever felt in my life. But the shedding, like, you just look at it and it like separates. I feel like Moses in the Red Sea. So I don't know if I want to use it. I need to look at the pattern and see how much sewing there is involved. If it's low sew or no sew, then I don't mind using it. I'll just start the starting magic ring with a piece of like white cotton to help close it, because I'm definitely going to need that. But if it's going to have sewing like for all the ears and everything, then I do not want to mess with that. I'll just use Bernat, although I need to get some more Bernat white because this is all I have left, and that will not do because Bernat blanket is definitely my go-to for white yarn. But anyways, I'm going to set him aside for right now. We'll go pick up Celeste, and I'll see you in a few when we get back. And just like that, I am home in my jammies. So right now I need to actually go ahead and choose the pattern testers for the Boba Buddies, because it's time. I said that they would be chosen on Tuesday, and it is Monday at like 10 p.m. So I need to start sifting through, because I don't even know how many replies for pattern testers were in the comments, couple hundred at least, and it is always such a process for me to choose pattern testers because I try to give multiple different experience levels and people who haven't tested for me before and all of that, and I'm really bad with names. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know that like all of the names get jumbled up in here of yarn lines, yarn brands, creators, pattern designers. I cannot remember them. They are in one ear and out the other. And so sometimes if I'm like, that name kind of looks familiar, have they tested for me before? And I actually have to like go back and see if they tested for me before. And if they haven't, then I give them a chance to test. So yeah, it is a whole involved process looking through people's photos and everything like that. So let me just take a second to say that if you have ever applied for a pattern test from me, please don't be discouraged if you haven't been picked yet. I normally get a couple hundred responses for each pattern test that I put out there, and I normally choose like between 5 and 8 testers. So it's kind of like playing the lottery in a way. A lot of it for me is random. I will just select random accounts and then vet them. And if they pass my vetting process to be a tester, then they're in. So there is a little bit of randomness involved with how Instagram shows me the comments. So yeah, I just want to apologize if you have not been picked yet, but keep applying. Please keep applying, because trust me, there will be more patterns to be tested. But anyways, I'm going to take a little while to do that. It's probably going to take me about an hour if I'm being honest. But then we're going to get to working on our next crochet project. I do want to do the band on the sweater, but I'm just going to wait because tomorrow we're going to go see if we can find some buttons at that little, I was going to say knit and sew shop, but that's what Michael's is calling their new like Joann's integration, the new sewing and quilting shop in the square here in town. So we'll go do that tomorrow. I'll just leave the sweater set aside for now. We're going to work on a toothless and or light fury tonight once I'm done choosing testers. Okay, my pattern testers are selected, but I'm not going to tell them until tomorrow. And there is still room to change because technically there's like 2 more hours left for people to comment. But now it is time to crochet. So I did take a look at the pattern, and it looks like there is a little bit of sewing. Not too much. You're going to have to sew on the wings as well as the little tail fins, but it looks like the tail itself is crocheted into the body. And then you also have to sew the head to the body, I think. So that is quite a bit of sewing. I think what we'll do is we'll start with making the black dragon, the toothless variant, see how we like the pattern in all, and then if we're feeling good about it, then pull out the white Sweet Snuggles Light, because I don't know. I don't want me using yarn that's pissing me off to influence how I like the pattern, because sometimes that happens where I try a new pattern and then I just get a bad taste in my mouth for that pattern, but it has nothing to do with the actual pattern. It's just because I had an awful time crocheting with the yarn that I chose, whether it be shedding or impossible to sew with or starchy, squeaky, whatever the reason is. If it takes me too long to complete because it's a yarn issue, then chances are I'm not going to like the pattern, and that's not really fair to the pattern. It's just I'm influenced. So we'll start with the Elise Voluto because I know that I like that, and we'll see how we like the pattern. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It did not take too long. He is very cute. Excuse the fact that he only has one tail fin. I don't have a red yarn over here with me, so I do have it in the house. It's just in the laundry room, and I'm lazy and don't want to get up right now. So this is how he turned out. I did change quite a few things just to help not have to fasten off and cut the yarn so much. So I surface crocheted the tail fin on, and it looks completely different than the picture. And then also you were supposed to surface crochet each one of the ears, but then fasten off each one. I did not want to do that. So I just did slip stitches across the whole head, started on this side and did like a crown sort of situation all the way over, and then fastened off at the end. I think that the 20mm eyes were a good call, just like the pattern said. I think that they are plenty big enough. And then I did stuff the body, even though this is like snuggler style. I have no idea how long this took me. I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Not too long at all, but it is very small, although it is quite cute. So I think now that I have a bearing on the pattern and what to expect, we'll go ahead and do one in white as well. And then I think we're going to stop there. I have quite a few black dragons, we'll just say. We won't call them toothless necessarily, but I know, like, I did a Nyx the Dragon in toothless colors. I have one of Snuggle Beans Crochets. It's not the splooting toothless, it's the playful one. So I don't know, I feel like I have plenty of this character. And I don't love working with black yarn. It's not difficult for me to crochet with. I just hate how it shows all the stuff on it. So we'll go ahead and try one in white so that he has a little friend. But I think that this is probably just going to get thrown into my misfit bin, which I feel like is getting pretty full. The past couple of markets, I sold a ton out of the misfit bin. And I remember saying in one of my last market vlogs, I need to like restock this. And I think that I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't really need anything else. Although that being said, gosh, I should really go through all my body bags, because every week I make stuff to show you guys in videos, and then I put it away and I completely forget about it until months later when I'm going through the bags setting up for a market or preparing to set up for a market. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or I thought I had more of those. I remember making more of those, but I guess that I don't. So I really should go through my body bags, because I feel like I have a lot of really large items, which makes sense because that is what I love to crochet. Big projects are my passion projects and I love to do them. And then I have smaller items, quite a few smaller items, but they're all like bundle items, I guess we could call them, like all of the Nyx the Dragons, right? Like they're going to be displayed together, or all of the platypus, they're all going to be displayed together. I don't feel like I have that many one-off small items for my misfit bin, but I don't know. We really got to go through them. I think we're going to do a live stream soon where we go through all of my inventory and see what we have and categorize and organize everything, because every week I just throw them into the body bags and then put them out into storage until they're ready to go to market. So it would be nice to get a bearing as to how much money and inventory I have, and also just take like stock about what I need to make, what I have plenty of, and whatnot. So we're going to do that. Look forward to a live stream soon. We did that last year before Comic-Con. I ended up having a little over $8,000 worth of inventory, and it was like a 6 or 7 hour live stream. By the end, we were delusional. It's still up on the channel. You're welcome to go watch it. It was a ton of fun, but it took so long to go through all that inventory. I think it'll be fun to do that again this year. Maybe we'll go faster this year, but no guarantees because it's me and I like to talk, go on tangents. But anyways, let's go ahead and do a little Light Fury. She has blue eyes, right? Yes, she has blue eyes. So we got to get the blue glitter discs out. She's done. Same thing. I just slip stitched and surface crocheted the tail fin as well as the ear fins. The ears, I guess you could call them. This one I feel like turned out a little bit pudgier than the Toothless did. Shorter and pudgier. It's probably just the yarn because this Sweet Snuggles, normally I use a 6mm hook with it, but I just continued to use my 6.5, but it is a little bit thinner. I don't have holes or anything, but it's just much thinner than the Elise Voluta that I was using. So that is a little Toothless, a little Night Fury and Light Fury. I think that they are adorable, but I think they're going to be the only ones that I make, at least for right now. It is almost midnight. I think we're like 5 minutes from midnight. Happy New Year! I think that right now, since we grabbed all the yarn earlier, I'm going to go ahead and start on a Nick and or Judy and hopefully get both of those done tonight. They're like just little, they're kind of similar to this actually, with just little like bobble stitches. Oh my gosh, that Sweet Snuggles fluff everywhere. Anyways, they're just like little bobble feet, little guys. I think that they're going to turn out larger than this, but we shall see. I'm going to go ahead and get started on those. We'll see how long they take me. I lied. I need to do something else first. Just because markets are on the mind right now, even though I don't have one for 2 months. 7 weeks? 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks. I've got a while before my next market, but there are a few things that I want to do to prepare for like my booth. So the first market of the year for me is going to be PopCon Indie. I have an Artist Alley table, and I have been meaning to get a table runner with my brand logo on it, just because usually in Artist Alley, there's not a good place to hang my banner, or just anywhere if I only have one singular table. We've tried like clipping the big vinyl banner to the front, which sometimes hold, but if people brush up against it, then, you know, it gets a little wonky. Plus, a vinyl banner is not necessarily light. So I think that in the case in which I only have one table, a table runner would be good, so we don't have to fiddle with the big banner, you know? So I'm going to hop on Amazon. I know that a lot of people get their banners custom made on Amazon. So I'm going to design that up in Canva, get it submitted to Amazon. And then the other thing that I want to do is I would like to print out some more circles, or I could do little clouds. Actually, clouds would be cute. Design some little clouds with prices on them that I can send to Walmart or CVS Photo Center to get printed. Then I'll cut them out and laminate them, and then I'll use those for price tags for things that I don't have my cards for. So I assume if you've watched this far in the video, you're probably familiar with me and the channel. Otherwise, hi, welcome. Thank you for bearing with me through this entire video, but I assume that most of you guys have seen my market setup, so you probably know that I have little digital art doodles that I've made that I put on 4x6 photos, printed those out, laminated them, and then I use a Sharpie to write the price. So I use those for my routine market makes. So like the platypus, the baby octos. Actually, I haven't done those in a long time, but you get the point. They have little pictures on them. But especially for Artist Alley, instead of tagging things individually, I like just putting everything within one price point on a shelf and then sticking one of those circles or whatever on that shelf with the price. So it's more just like everything on this shelf is $35. That way it avoids people having to put their hands on the display, because when I'm using one table, I like to build really high with my grid cubes, and I just want to minimize the risk of, like, I don't know, it falling or whatever. I do clamp it to the table. But anyways, this entire point of me telling you all this is to say that I recently went through all of my market signs, and a lot of the circles that I have used like this past year for prices have been thrown away because they were scuffed from like falling on the ground and getting stepped on, or there was just so much Sharpie on it and then erased that they're just looking mucky. So I tossed all of those. So I need to make some new ones, but I'm thinking instead of doing circles, maybe we do little clouds this time because that fits the brand. Also, something that I've been wanting to do is to get a picture of my avatar, you know, the one that you see at like the beginning of videos of me going, wait, where's my hook? It's the red hook, but yeah, that little avatar girl. I think that it would be cute to get her printed out on like a poster paper so it's nice and big, laminated, although I don't know how I'm going to laminate it if it's larger than a normal paper size. See, I wish that I was still teaching because we had a giant laminator like that at school that I could have run it through, but I don't have one of those at home. Okay, I got to think through this, but let me finish my thought. I was thinking it would be nice to laminate it so it's extra durable, but then like clip it to the top of my display so that when you're like really far away, you see the Celestial Homebody little runner banner at the top, and then you see my avatar. And I thought that that would be cute. I've seen a lot of people, especially who vend at conventions and Artist Alley, have like their little mascot peeking over the top of their display. And I was like, hey, I kind of have a mascot. I mean, my mascot is me. But I think that it would be cute and help create a more like recognizable face of the brand, quite literally a face of the brand. So that way when people are coming back on day 2 or 3 or even 4 of a convention, they remember the booth because they remember. People probably aren't going to remember the name. I mean, you guys know me. I don't remember names of things, but I am going to remember if I see like their little cat icon at the top. That's the booth that I remember to go back to. So I think that that would be a good idea to do, but I need to figure out a way to make it sturdy without a giant industrial size laminator. So this is what my market signs look like that I was talking about, but this is what I'm thinking about doing just for the prices. That way they're not tied to one specific item type, you know? So even if I have my little acrylic bins that, I don't know, say I run out of platypus and I decide that I want to fill it up with something that I don't routinely have and I don't have a sign for, I can put the little, I don't know, the toothless and the toothless and whatever the white one's name is, put that into the little bin, but I don't have a sign like this for it. I can just slap one of these on. So I did a bunch of different prices. I need to look back and I forgot which like price ranges I put on plushies for last year when I did conventions. I knew I had some 10, 12, 15, but then in terms of like the larger items, I don't remember if I like what prices I did. So I got to go back and look at that. But yeah, that's I think what we're going to do. It looks a little dingy on camera, but this is like the same background color that I use for like my YouTube banner that's on my actual market banner all that jazz. So now I need to put a little me on one of these. Let's see, we have them in our brand kit here. Yeah, this chick, this little ginger right here. So if we get this printed on like a poster, it would be huge. It would be gigantic. So probably like a small poster, but then I cut it out. I'd cut out the stars. I would just cut around like the hair and all of this. Actually, I should probably redraw her because my hair is a lot longer now. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Cut it out, laminate it, or whatever I decide to do to make it sturdy. And then I can clip it down here to the top of my display. Yeah, I think that would look nice. I think that would look real nice. Okay, let's design our table runner banner and get that order placed now. So this is what the banner looks like. And what I like about this one on Amazon, well, first of all, it's $28.99, $7.99 delivery, which isn't too bad. But what I really like about this one is that you can select from one of their like pre-made colors, or you could put in a color code and make the background of it any color that you want. So we could put in this beautiful pinky purple color, which fits the brand. Do you mind? I'll pet you in just a minute, okay? Give me a sec. So this is what the background color is going to look like. So this, what I'm about to show you, is going to be the front. So as people approach the booth, this is what the front is going to look like. So it's got the big House on the Moon logo with my business name and then what I sell, handmade crochet plushies. This is not centered. We need to center that a little bit better. I'll play with that. And then this page is going to be the top. So I figured, get comfy. Was my computer in the way? She says, how rude. Anyway, so this is going to be the top. So I thought that down here, just nice and tiny, we would put, oh my gosh, please. We would put the logos for Instagram, YouTube, and Etsy to let people know that I am available on those platforms with my the Celestial Homebody and then my website. And then that way, this is going to be on the top of the table, right? So if I have all of my stuff sitting here on top of the table, when people are standing there looking, they're going to see that right there, right on top. All that information. I was considering putting a QR code on it, but I don't know. I feel like a QR code just looks really messy. There's hair on my screen. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. I have a QR code that links to my Instagram on my business cards. So I think we're just going to leave it at that because I don't want it to ruin the look of my display. I want it to enhance the look of the display. So I don't want to stick a QR code on it if it's just going to completely ruin it. Like if they want to scan something, they can scan the business card that's sitting right there. But this at least just gets my name in front of people and then hopefully ingrains like the name of the business so that they remember it later to come back or to go follow me on socials. And then I could do something. That's unrelated. That's my thank you card for orders. I could do something on the back. I mean, nobody would see that except for Ryan or I, whoever's sitting at the back of the table. So I don't know if it's worth doing anything back there. I think we'll probably just keep this really pretty pinky purple, like dusty purple. I don't even know what you would classify this as. I suppose purple. But it definitely has like a dusty pink hue to it. But this is what I'm going to submit and then hopefully it will turn out okay. It does look like there's a place that you can type in additional notes. So I have faith that this is going to turn out really nice. like I said, I've been meaning to get a banner for like a year at this point, and I just have always forgotten to do it, or just for whatever reason have not. So I'm going to order this now so that it has plenty of time to be made and then be shipped to me. And if there's any issues, we can get them fixed before my event. So once I get this submitted, I'm for real this time going to start working on the little Zootopia characters. I've been working on this for like an hour and a half. And this is as far as I've gotten. Huge head. Humongous head. This is like a bobblehead Nick, but he also has a very rotund body. I had to kind of freehand the color changes because my stitches drift a lot, and I don't love it when pattern designers don't give you like an update about where your stitch marker should be before you start color changes. So what I mean by that is, like, when we got to the neck here, I wish that there would have been a picture or a note that said, like, your stitch marker should be directly in the back of the body, for example, and then start counting from there, because from the bottom of the body all the way to the part where now I have to follow the pattern for the color changes, my stitches have drifted way off from what the pattern designers did. So I have to then alter the pattern. So it's not perfect. The face is not, but it's okay. I also shortened around in the head because I already felt like his head was very tall and I didn't want him to look like Megamind, so I shortened around. I have made the ears 5 times. Did not understand what the instructions were telling me. Didn't understand at all. I tried it. I'm like, this does not look like how this is coming out, or how this is like shown in the picture. Mine's not coming out like that. So I just crocheted some triangles, but now I need to do the center of the ear. So I need to crochet some more triangles and then crochet the off-white to the orange and then sew them on. And then I guess just embroider the little brown tips to them. But yeah, they're supposed to be triangles, but the way that the pattern is written, it doesn't have you like turn the triangle. It has you work in rows back and forth. But the triangle was like an isosceles. It was incredibly large based and very short how it was coming out. So I don't know if I'm just tired and doing something wrong or if the instructions were not clear. Probably the former. Because it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I am very tired. So I think I'm going to set good old Nick aside for the night and we will finish the ears tomorrow. I might go ahead and embroider the face really quickly. Ryan just got out of the shower, so I got to wait for him to be ready for bed. So I'll embroider the little face. But yeah, I'm a struggle bus with this one, you guys. We'll see tomorrow if the Judy pattern is any easier. Well, good morning. We are here at our local coffee shop. We just got some drinks. Celeste likes to play in the little play area. Look at this. They're building this whole little kid place. It's gonna have like a little mini branch cafe in it, because that's what this is called, the branch. But we are out here because a few doors down, so there's the courthouse in the center of town. We are going to that shop right over there, Tree City Stitches, to look for buttons. But of course we had to come and chill at our favorite place in town first. We're here. Let's see what they have. Although I didn't bring the sweater with me, so. Oh, you did? Oh, nice. Ryan's protecting it from this very dreary weather. This is Charlie. He lives here at the store. Hi, Charlie. Hey, buddy. You say hi to the doggy. So here are their button offerings. We're going to see if we can find any strawberries. That would be ideal. But I don't know. It's not a very wide selection. Look at the little foxes. Oh my gosh, those are so cute. And there's some little fishing ones here. Oh my gosh, Ryan, there's bowling pins. Okay, wait a second. I like these. Now, the incorrect fruit, but I like that they're wood. I think that those will look cute. Or there are these that say handmade with love, and I like the light wood color of those. Those are pretty. Look at these. Oh my gosh, it's a little sun and moon and star. There's not enough of them though, and I think they're too tiny. Celeste is saying hi to everybody. What are these? Club Penguin? They have a lot of Christmas themed ones, which is, I mean, that's good. Oh wait, there are these. I mean, they're chocolate covered strawberries, but those are fun. She also said that there are more over here if I just want to do like a mix and match sort of situation. I like that one. That's pretty. It's like a pearl, but finding for that match, good luck. This is very satisfying for my sensory things. Okay, I like this little pink one. It looks like there are two. Let's see if we can find any more. Nope, only two, so that won't do. Okay, I'm thinking that we're gonna go with the handmade with love buttons because they're the perfect size. Love the color, and there are enough of them. And they're only $1.50, so we'll go with those. Anything else here that we need? Embroidery thread? I don't think so. Is that gonna be okay? There's always fabric up here that I love. Look at how cute this is, you guys. It's Winnie the Pooh. Look at the little 100-acre wood map. Oh my goodness. And all of the gingham. When I was a kid and I played Animal Crossing, there's a shirt that I got in Animal Crossing Wild World when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9. And it was a gingham shirt. But I didn't know how to pronounce it because I'd never seen that word before. And so for like 15 years of my life, I always called it gingham because that's how it's spelled, or gingham. And my mom, one day she was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know, like the checker, you know, gingham. And she's like, you mean gingham? So now sometimes I still call it gingham. Oh my gosh, those little bows. Coming here always makes me want to get into quilting. I don't have the patience for that. I can barely handle the Cricut. You think I can work with the sewing machine? I think we need to get a little kid umbrella. You're doing a good job. We are home, but right now I am on standby to go pick up my mom from the hospital. She had her surgery today. She said goodbye to the uterus. She had a hysterectomy and then also a hernia repaired today. So she is not yet awake. It's almost 3 p.m. I don't think she's awake yet because I haven't heard from her, but they did say that everything went okay. So I am just on standby to go pick her up, which will be later this afternoon. And for right now, I need to try the sweater on the baby and see if it actually fits her. I'm a little worried that the arms are actually going to be too short. So that's... Hey, cool kid. Hey, cool cats and kittens. So I added the red tail fin to little Toothless here. And I finished Nick. Look at him. So like I mentioned last night, I just freehanded the ears because I was having so many issues with them. And then instead of color changing, I just embroidered like by wrapping around the brown. but he looks pretty darn good. Now, he's supposed to have some stripes in his tie, but all of my cotton yarn is upstairs, and I don't know if I have red. I think I do, but for the most part, he's done. We need to print labels for all of those cereal boxes. So I'm going to take an hour or so to do that and get all of those labeled. And then we'll get back to working on the sweater and putting on the little buttons. It's been a little over an hour and I just finished putting all the labels on the boxes. So that is done. I think right now I'm going to go ahead and make the Judy to match the Nick so that I can just put all this yarn away. Because I don't know what I'm going to make amigurumi-wise after I finish the sweater. I don't know, but we are nearing the end of this video, so probably not going to show you what I make next after we finish Judy and the sweater. But we'll end on a high note with doing a little fashion show with the sweater that I made. And it's finally, after many, many weeks, going to be done. But let's go ahead and start on Judy, and I'm going to actually time this one, like, with my stopwatch on my phone because I'm interested to see how long it takes. Nick felt like it took me a long time. Probably 2 hours, but I did have to remake parts multiple times, like the ears. So we'll see how long Judy takes. Got a call from the hospital. They are going to hold mom for one more night, so she'll be discharged in the morning. But I have been timing my little Judy here. First of all, this one, the color changes have lined up for me, so that's great. I'm at 22 minutes for this so far. But I know, like on Nick, like it was the rest of the head and the ears that took the longest. So I'm anticipating about an hour for this, which honestly is not too bad. Like they are kind of small, but they're a lot bigger than I thought that they would be. I'm sorry, I'm picking fluff off of her crotch because there's fluff everywhere all the time. Okay, so she took me about an hour and 5 minutes. Looks pretty darn cute. Not nearly as cute as the pictures look, though. Mine is like the wish version of what the actual pattern pictures show. But they did turn out pretty cute. I think I'm going to add some blush to her, but that's outside, so I'll go do that before I film my next This Week's Makes video. It is now about 5:30. I need to go make dinner and then wake Celeste up from her nap and then obviously have a good night with her. And then later tonight, after we get her down to bed, we're going to finish up that sweater and then wrap up the video. Okay, it's now 10 o'clock on the nose. I am to working on this band. So in the pattern, it said to do the buttonholes like right at the band. Like, so you start with doing double crochets across the raw edge of the front of the sweater and to skip 3 stitches to make room for your buttons right there. But because this sweater already fits her like perfectly, I want to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to move the buttonholes over 2 rounds and hopefully she'll be able to wear it next year. The arms might be a little bit short on her, but I mean, you guys saw it fits her pretty good right now. I would really like to go take a shower, but it is lightning and thunderstorm. The entire room just keeps lighting up from the lightning. If you guys saw my last vlog, you know that the lightning and thunder does not play around in the Midwest. And you're not really supposed to shower while you're in a lightning storm because if the lightning strikes a body of water or, you know, your pipes or whatever, then that electricity can electrocute you in the shower. So they usually advise to not shower during a lightning storm. So I need to wait for the storm to pass. But I've got plenty of time. It's only 10 o'clock. Ryan's not going to be home till like 2 a.m. So I should have plenty of time to finish this up. Also, as I'm working on this, I am multitasking and editing the video. Hey, look, that's me from the beginning of this video. Guys, I've been doom scrolling for an hour and a half on Instagram. That's not good for your mental health. Don't do that. But to be fair to myself, I was waiting for the storm to pass that I could go shower. and I just wasn't feeling crochet, so I hopped on Instagram to check my Boba Buddies tester DMs, responded to them, and then I just got sucked in. It just done happened. But the storm is past now, so I'm gonna go shower. Okay, I just took an unnecessarily long and unnecessarily hot shower, as you can tell by my tomato complexion. But I'm going to level with you guys. I am very much so procrastinating crocheting this because it's just kind of boring. It's tedious. It's just like many rows of front post, back post, double crochet. And I'm just like, I gotta turn something on good to watch on the TV to distract myself. I guess we could go back to watching our cannibalistic girlies. I don't know. But should probably get back to work. At least Ryan's gonna have 127 reels to check after he's off work. I've decided to just watch reviews and early gameplay of Pokopia. It comes out in 2 days. I am so freaking hyped for this game, which means I extra need to get to work so that I can get all my crochet and orders sent out done early this week. So that way when Thursday comes, which is in like 48 hours, we can do nothing but play this game that's Pokemon and Animal Crossing and Dragon Quest Builders, like all my favorite games. I'm so excited.
To relocate vegetation, Charmander lights any burnable item. Each Pokemon you attract isn't just a resident, it's a new tool in your toolbox. And the big transformation, Ditto fully morphs into Lapras to serve across water to new islands, and into Dragonite to fly.
It is now 1:30, so I've been working on this for 2.5 hours. No, an hour and a half. An hour and a half. We finished the band. I ended up doing 2 2 chain stitches over to form the holes for the buttons. And happy to say, it is perfect. The way that the double crochet front post, back post are formed, it creates a little bit of like stretchiness. So although the hole is not big enough itself, did you just hear Paisley sigh like she worked a 9 to 5 and was paying all the bills? Anyways, but because it stretches, it fits through perfectly. So I need to sew the other 4 buttons on, but then, my friends, we are finally done with the sweater. Ugh, guys, I feel like I made the buttonholes too close together. And then, like, there's a lot of room down here that doesn't have a button. I don't know. My thought process behind that was that if she gets bigger, you know, and her little tummy grows, then, you know, when she sits, it's not constricting right here. I would know about the apron belly shenanigans. So I don't know. I just feel like it kind of looks stupid how close they are. I mean, I still have to do 2 more. Let's see. It goes right here and right here. So they're all very close together. They should be evenly spaced though, because I did count my stitches, but I mean, it is what it is. Now I'm not about to frog out this entire band and cut out these buttons that I've already sewn. So, oh well, I guess. Okay, yeah, I don't know what I did, you guys, but I have holes about every 3 ridges, right? And then we get up here and it's 4 ridges before the final hole, and it's like at the neck. Like if I were to button this up here, it would be like strangling her. And so not only will this button look wrong way up here, it's also like I'd never use it. So I guess we're just gonna stick with the 4 buttons. This one I sewed a little bit too high, so it's a little bit closer than the others. And then this one I sewed a little bit too far to the left, so it's not perfectly in line, but you know, it's handmade. However, as a perfectionist, I hate that. I can't stand it. So this might be one of those things that she wears more as like a cardigan, like not buttoned, unless it's really, really cold out and we actually want it for warmth insulation. It's okay. I know you guys are going to tell me it's okay, but it really makes me hate it. All this work. Guys, it took me like 4 hours just to do the band. Just to do the band around the bottom and the front and the hood. So all in all, I'm probably at like 12 plus hours of work into this thing. But I hope that this teaches my daughter to love and appreciate handmade things. And when she gets older, hopefully she'll be like, yeah, my mom's pretty cool because she always made me stuff. You know, when she's mad at me for not letting her go out till 1 o'clock in the morning with a crusty boy named Pickup Trucks and Tits 5969. So since we have this hole here now, I am going to go ahead and sew that closed just so that we don't have a gap there. And then we can officially call it done finally after many weeks of work. I mean, I still really do like the colors. The green is a little bit harsh, I feel like, but we'll take a look at it tomorrow in the daylight. We'll do a little toddler fashion show tomorrow and try it on her so I can get some B-roll of her in it and some photos for like thumbnails. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave you guys here for the night. And we will wrap up the video tomorrow with the grand finale of finally seeing this sweater come to fruition. Okay, so it is a little long on her. She's carrying Ryan's water bottle. It's a little long, but I think all in all, it's a good size. Can I see your sleeves? Let me see. Can I have your arm? Nope. That's a negative. The hood is so cute. Oh, you're not a fan of the hood? Your pants are unbuttoned, girlfriend. You say hi to the car.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, car.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, car.
Hi.
Those little Goldilocks curls. Also, pay no attention to our really shoddy sidewalks. Our neighborhood is like 200 years old and the sidewalks have not been updated since, I don't know, probably at least 100 years.
Hi.
Oh, you saying hi to the bugs? You look so cute. So let's see, size-wise. Oh gosh, she's on the move. This is very difficult. I know. She's like, get away from me, woman. Size-wise, I think that we've got like one more size in that. She's so cute. She always sounds like she has a Boston accent when she says ka. Hi, ka. Anyways, my friends, this is the end of the video. I threw that little sweater into a delicates bag and put it in the wash, so fingers crossed that it holds up well in there. Celeste just went down for her nap. Ryan's getting ready to go to work, and her and I are going to go visit my mom tonight. So this is where I'm going to leave you for the video. Thank you all so much for dedicating your time to hanging out with me this past week and a half. It's been a little bit. I think it's been about a little over a week that I've been filming, and I really, really appreciate you. I mean, you could have watched like the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, but instead you were here hanging with me, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button and comment the secret emoji of the day. Of course, endless thanks to our members in the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys keep this little galaxy spinning. Thank you all so much again, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.